Let me see if Dice Gottfried is ready to come in. Dice Gottfried, everybody. I mean, not Dice Gottfried. What am I saying?
I don't know. I thought to myself, you spent all this time building him up as Dracula Gottfried.
Take two. I'm thinking back to the Channel 9 show.
Switch to Dice.
Nobody even stops me anymore.
I don't know what you're doing.
You better know what I'm doing. Here he is, Robin, Ophelia. Dracula Gottfried.
That's who I wanted to see.
Here he comes. Oh, my God. Here he is. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Look at him. He's beautiful.
I must wear earphones.
Yes, you must wear earphones because you would not be able to hear me speak that clearly. Am I correct?
I hear you speaking clear. Very clear.
You know how long I've been waiting for you, Dracula Gottfried?
Millions and millions of lifetimes.
And your secret, you're not the most handsome man in the world, but, in fact, you might be the ugliest man in the world.
But this Dracula thing makes you sexy, huh?
Hey, Gilbert, can you start doing the accent when you do this? Because you look good. No, but in all seriousness...
I thought, this is Gilbert acting,
Right.
Just as bad as when he was acting with Jackie.
Oh, this might be worse. All right, wait a second. I'm thinking, I gotta get Gilbert in a series where he plays Dracula. I'm gonna make it happen. It's just gonna happen.
And Jackie will be just one of the characters.
Right.
Jackie's acting is very frightening. He acts like the undead.
Dracula Gottfried, you are the type of man who can look at a woman, hypnotize her.
With your eyes.
And then...
Spread your legs open. I want you to spread your legs open now. Right now.
I was going to say...
And give me your kloogie. I want your kloogie. Now. Give me your kloogie. Now.
I was going to say, before you interrupted me, Dracula Gottfried, that you are the only man alive that can hypnotize a woman, get her completely under your powers, and still not get laid. Isn't that true?
Yes. I can live 1,000 lifetimes and never get laid.
There's still not a girl in the world for you. Still not, man. It's amazing.
Not one in the world.
You know what scene I love the best you do? When you were in the movie... Do you know what scene I'm talking about?
No.
Robin, you know what scene I'm talking about.
I know your favorite scene.
My favorite scene is, it's from that old Dracula movie. And I believe you're sitting there. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Dracula, no.
What's the name of that movie?
I don't get to the movies much.
Are you talking about the scene that we have from Ed Wood?
No, the real movie, the real Dracula movie.
Listen to them. The children of the night.
That's it.
What music they make. A spider spinning his web for an unwary fly. The blood is the life, Mr. Enfield.
Wow. Wow.
So he did know what you were talking about.
You're an amazing, amazing man.
An amazing.
You know what's amazing? In order to memorize that, you must have sat in front of your TV every Saturday night, and we just sat there and watched that. It's unbelievable. Is that correct?
Yes, I don't drink blood on Yom Kippur.
That's right, Dracula Gottfried. And you suck not only the blood out of people, but anything else you get, like a white shirt or anything, or pajamas.
A white shirt.
Right.
Cufflinks. Anything.
Anything that you can get.
Anything I could suck out of anyone.
In other words, that shirt that we bought you for this outfit, you will take that home with you.
I will take it home and sell it.
Right. Dracula Gottfried, Robin.
Show me your kloogie. Now.
Are you hypnotizing Robin Ophelia?
Yes.
Look into his eyes for a second,
All
Robin.
right, I'm looking.
Show me your dark kloogie. I want to see it now.
Look at that. Pants coming off. Good for you. No, Jackie's pants are coming off.
Yeah, it's not working on me, but it's working.
Now, as Dracula, that means this is a rare appearance. We had to sneak you into your coffin because you have to, of course, sleep during the day.
Well, it's daytime.
Yeah, but we're in the studio, so it's okay.
No natural light.
Artistic license.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Well, this is exciting to see Dracula Gottfried.
Very exciting.
Will Dracula Gottfried be appearing anywhere soon?
Dracula Gottfried will be on Married with Children.
Oh.
Coming this Sunday.
Is that right?
Yes. This Sunday, Married with Children, with Christine Applegate, who I looked at and said, take off your panties now.
Did it work?
And we had sex together. Many times.
I think somebody drove a wooden stake into your material pit. Is that true?
I think, this outfit is making him unfunny.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't my idea.
It was mine. It was my idea.
It was a stupid idea.
I'm starting to reconsider it. Dracula Gottfried. Everybody loves him so much.
Yes.
The Jewish Dracula. And you went on Married with Children, and Christina Applegate ignored you, too, didn't she?
Yes.
Was she hot in person?
She was hot in person.
And how long a shoot was this? I mean, was it one day?
It was 1 week.
Oh, 1 week of rehearsal?
But it felt like a lifetime.
Did it? I can imagine.
What does Dracula Gottfried play on Married with Children?
Yeah.
A Jew. A miserable, blood-sucking Jew.
Unbelievable. Well, by the way, for those of you who like this Dracula Gottfried routine, the Jewish vampire, tomorrow we're going to have the Polish Invisible Man. And
he's perfectly visible.
Perfectly visible. You can see him. It's unbelievable. The Polish Invisible Man. You're supposed to be undead, not unfunny. Now, wait a second.
Could you resurrect your humor?
Dracula Gottfried, so many great things. Tell me what you say when you see a victim for the first time. When you look into their eyes and you see a victim, how do you seduce your victims? Take us into the room when you are alone with one of your victims.
Would you like to have sex with a dead man? Would you like to hold my cold member in your hand?
Oh.
I think it's time to buy him free breakfast. Get him that stupid egg sandwich.
Shut him up.
All right, Robin, let's do this. Dracula Gottfried. Are we going to be allowed to speak to regular Gottfried?
Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert.
Gilbert here? I don't know.
Are you going to stay in character the whole time, you think?
No.
Good.
No.
All right,
He's
good.
dying to break
I think this was the biggest mistake you've ever made.
It looks really good.
It was a good it was a good idea for about a second.
No, come on, it's funny. It's funny. It was funny.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend the whole day with you as Dracula.
Was this funny for even 5 seconds?
Yes, it was.
5 seconds?
Yeah. When I walked in, it was funny.
2 dice vampires. Is there such a thing as dice, anti-dice vampire?
Hickory-dickory-dock, a mouse ran up there. Oh! I wanted you, pal. Homo, you ever like you?
There you go. I'll figure out what to do with this makeup. All right, let me take a break. Let's do some... You want to sit in with the news with us?
Sure, why not?
You like doing that. We'll have Gilbert Gottfried with us, who is dressed as Dracula.
For no reason.
So you tuned in late.
You did Married with Children, huh? That's a pretty good
yeah.
deal. And who do you play? Seriously.
The same thing I always do.
Like an obnoxious guy?
Yes.
What are you selling something?
Yeah. Are you a salesman?
Yeah.
Do you really play a Jew? Do you try to get a date with Christina Applegate? Is that the premise?
No, I didn't have one scene with Christina Applegate.
What do you do? Like, what's the scene? I mean, what's the setup?
I'm actually playing me.
Gilbert Gottfried?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Why?
They get caught. This is the most ridiculous thing.
No, that's all right. Go ahead.
Stuck in Dracula.
I like it. I like the Dracula look.
Yeah. It's a good look for me.
So
for me, it looks healthy.
Yeah, I think he looks terrific. Actually, almost look attractive. So I mean, he does, doesn't he?
Like he came alive.
Yeah. Looks like...
Maybe you should wear white makeup all the time.
He's usually so pale. This actually looks like a tan, all this makeup. It looks all right. This purple skin. No, what do you mean? Like, in other words, tell me what the characters do to meet Gilbert Gottfried, the famous comedian. How does that all work?
They're on a cruise.
Yeah.
And ship sinks, and they're stuck on a life raft with me.
Oh, because you're the ship's comedian?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, that makes sense. I was wondering where you would go to meet Gilbert Gottfried.
Yeah, on a ship.
A lot of people wonder.
Like Gilbert plays a cruise.
Right.
Yeah. Like he would do, like he's so mainstream that people would want to see him on a cruise. What cruise is that? How many other comedians did they get to turn down the part before you went and did it? Were you the first choice?
Yakov Smirnoff had already turned it down.
Yeah, right.
I took it.
I mean, that's totally ludicrous. I don't think Gilbert's ever been asked to play a cruise.
No.
Have you ever done a cruise?
No.
Because you're not mainstream enough.
Yeah. Gallagher turned down the spot already.
People who go on cruises are into, like, traveling salesman jokes.
Yes, when Jackie Vernon was still alive.
Yeah, right. They would go that. I mean, this must have taken place. It's married with children the day after the world ended, and they're on a cruise.
I'm thinking it's the cruise to hell.
Yeah, and the only comedian left is Gilbert Gottfried.
Here's some slides from my vacation.
Yeah. What is it, BabaBooey?
When you talk about Gilbert not being mainstream and stuff, I think he's really funny. Have you ever heard the story about Gilbert opening up for Belinda Carlisle?
Yeah.
At the last minute?
That was the best. But one time, I guess somebody who represented the Go-Go's felt that, like, maybe they should get a comedian to open up for the Go-Go's.
Instead of another band.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Gilbert. The guy they got, whoever it was, got sick, and they needed Gilbert at the last minute.
Yeah, it's usually that's how it works.
Yeah.
Who was the other guy?
It was like a mainstream guy. So,
That's how I got Aladdin.
I've been to I've been to like a Go-Go's concert. Like, it's all young girls.
Right.
With their mothers.
With their moms. So Gilbert walks out, and he's not getting a laugh.
First, the guy told me there's a lot of little kids here with their parents.
Right.
So you should watch your material.
Right.
So for about 5 minutes, I tried to be clean.
And he really made an effort, but like it was like, the crickets were heard in the background,
Yeah,
nothing was happening. It's just bad. 5 minutes into it, every vagina joke known to man. Gilbert, and I mean dirty, filthy.
I did jokes Jackie wouldn't.
Yeah, right. It was just like,
He wouldn't lower himself to do these jokes.
right.
I saw a transcript of what Gilbert did in National Lampoon. Every third word started with the letter C.
Is that right? No, he did. The C word for a woman's private part.
It was unbelievable.
So
To
fun.
these little girls.
Did they boo you off? And did you get thrown out? What happened? That's why I like you, because you're brave.
Yes. Or stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. What happened?
Don't laugh at Gilbert. Gilbert will turn on
Did you get yelled at by the manager and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's why I love him.
Did they get the hook and pull you off?
Yeah, did you actually get, like, did the lights go down?
People were standing off to the sides, and I'm just getting filthier and filthier, and they're like looking like
In shock.
Yeah.
You know what else is funny? Did you get paid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But they were like,
Get off.
yeah, they
Get
were
off.
like waving their hand,
The other funny story is that Tom Chiasano, our general manager, booked Gilbert. What did you book him for
I booked
again?
him at a New York City Radio Broadcasters Association.
Oh,
thing.
that was the worst.
Yeah. Well, you know what happened?
Yes.
Tom always over the years heard Gilbert on our show and always saw Gilbert do.
I think he's great.
He loves Gilbert. Tom loves Gilbert, which you wouldn't know from looking at Tom. I think Tom says he loves Gilbert but doesn't really understand Gilbert's jokes.
No, not true.
But you really do laugh
Yeah,
at Gilbert?
absolutely. I think he's right.
So anyway, because he doesn't look like your typical fan.
Yes.
Right. All right.
Or maybe he does. We don't
I think
know.
Tom does it to be hip. But anyway, so it's sort of like he's the comedian's comedian, Gilbert. So Tom decides he's going to book Gilbert.
He looks like he's wearing the Dracula.
No. You ought to go back to your old hairstyle. Everyone tells me you look terrible on
It's
TV.
like Dracula and Son here.
Yeah. I'm telling you what people say behind your back.
Okay,
Because we were watching the Ralph show on the way down Atlantic City, the one, and you come in. Everyone goes, "What happened to Tom's hair? He's like bald now, and you aged poorly." And you didn't. That hair doesn't work for you.
It's interesting because what happened the first time Tom appeared on the TV show was people faxed in and said, "What have you guys been talking about? You always said Tom was good looking."
And he is good looking.
And it just doesn't come across with this new hairdo.
If I had Tom's face and my brain, there'd be no stopping me. I would have been in the
Brad
movies
Pitt.
10 years ago.
You'd be
Right?
Brad Pitt.
Gilbert, wouldn't you like to look like Tom? Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Who wouldn't?
Yeah, look at that nose. Turn to the side. Let me see that profile. Look at that.
Oh, that's the Gentile nose.
Oh, that's past Gentile.
Yeah.
Don't block my camera.
It's beyond Gentile.
That's not a nose job, is it?
No.
Wow.
Nope.
He was born
Genetics.
with that.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you,
If I
Dad.
was you, I'd go back to my old hairstyle,
Amazing.
sew my mouth shut, and just keep going through life, man. Have fun. But anyway, so Tom decides to book this convention of broadcasters. Now, you got to understand something. Outside of New York, broadcasters are really square.
Well, this is in New York. This is a New York group.
Yeah. Oh, it was all New Yorkers?
I thought this was going to be like some hip crowd,
But you mean it was the whole state of broadcasting?
No. It was New York City radio stations, and it was up at Westchester Country Club.
Oh.
And it was the end of a golf and tennis day.
Oh.
And it was
funny.
Oh, and it was outside, and there's this little band shell that Gilbert's got to go in and play to the crowd
It
from.
looked like that scene from Godfather 2.
I don't know how you could be a stand-up comedian. It's so humiliating.
That's a horrible job.
You got to go make those people
It
laugh.
actually looked like a big shell.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's an outdoor shell.
Yeah,
It actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Gilbert gets up, and this crowd is very social. They're all talking among one another, and Gilbert gets up and is doing clean jokes.
Right.
Nobody's paying attention.
Ignoring.
Gilbert immediately goes to the vagina joke.
Right.
You know, and I'm sitting there and I'm laughing my head off.
But these guys are freaking.
No, and everybody's freaking.
Right.
Gilbert does his 20 minutes or whatever it is. Finally walks, the keys in the car.
I climbed over the hedge.
Yes.
Did you?
I didn't want to walk into the house. I wanted to get away. There was a big hedge there.
Because it had gone so badly?
Climbed over, yeah.
You mean literally they were booing him and stuff?
No, nobody booed, but
They
they
were
just wouldn't laugh.
staring. They had no idea what was going on.
Shocked silence is the best.
So the obvious way out is to walk through the house.
Yeah.
But you climb over hedges.
I didn't even want to bother. I didn't just go that long walk, so I climbed over this big hedge that was near
Did
the
you
house.
see him do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Did the whole audience see him do it?
I don't know if the whole audience did, but I had booked him. It was my responsibility. I'm going to have to say, Gilbert, thanks. I know. And all of a sudden, he's gone, walking through hedges. Through the.
And did you say to him, hey, I'm sorry it didn't go well, or...
Who could talk? He's like running through bushes.
Yeah. Really?
He's like...
I guess you paid him already,
He's like OJ leaving Bundy.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Gilbert, how embarrassing is this being you?
Yeah.
Really? Fantastic.
So a couple of the managers of the other stations came up to me. Some real conservative guys going, if that were me, I'd have pulled them off the stage after the first vagina joke.
So you were like really in bad shape. And what possesses you to do a vagina joke? I mean, is something inside you go, I know these guys hate me.
Yes.
And I am now going to foul their minds.
I figured, what the hell? There's nothing to lose.
Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only I wouldn't even use the word vagina.
Right. That would be too clean.
Yes.
That would
too
be
polite.
That would be for their kids.
Right.
No, absolutely. Yeah, I was trying to clean it up.
Wow.
It was right. It was so forever we are bound.
Well, there you go, Gilbert.
And then I had people coming over to me afterwards, like Tom, who were going, no, I thought it worked very well.
Yeah. And you're climbing over the hedges.
Yeah, I'm climbing over the hedges.
A 6-foot hedge. Here's this 5-foot guy climbing through a 6-foot hedge.
And Gilbert's not exactly athletic. For him to climb over that hedge.
It must have been hard.
For me to get on stage.
All right, here's what I need to do. I need to take a break. We need to get right into the news, because I haven't talked to you in so long. I don't know what you're thinking about OJ. There's obviously a lot of excitement in the room when you're here. And we will speak again, I'm sure.
He must have plenty of OJ material.
And it's funny anyway, just to stare at him.
And then there's the Greg Louganis thing that just happened today.
Wasn't that
really
shocking?
That was very shocking.
Were you shocked to find out that Greg Louganis has AIDS?
Yes, I was very shocked.
Yeah, we all were
no
stunned.
idea he was a homosexual.
Yeah, none. Me neither. I'm bad at picking them out.
Yeah.
I wonder how he got it.
Yeah. Did you see that in the newspaper? It said, Louganis did not comment on how he got AIDS.
Yes.
Maybe it was bad meat in a can.
Yeah,
exactly. Like botulism.
And then I'm sure all the other athletes are very happy that he had an open sore one time when he went swimming in the pool.
Yeah.
He said he bled in the pool.
And how about the doctor who had to stitch him up and didn't wear gloves because he figured, hey,
yeah,
he's no homo.
He's no homo.
There you go.
I'll stitch him. He's not a homo.
Let's take a break and we'll be back with Dracula Gottfried.
All right.
Gilbert stepped out of the room. He started panicking during the commercials. He decided that he wanted to take his makeup off.
Really?
So weird. Yeah.
He really had one of those things?
Yeah. He was like, don't you think I should take off my makeup now? I said, no, it's funny. You look funny. I think I really should. So, because Ralph came in and fixed him up, and then all of a sudden he goes, why are you doing this? I want to take it off.
Oh.
So now he ran into the bathroom and he's taking off his makeup because he feels stupid. He does that dumb show Up All Night.
And there's all kinds of stupid things on there.
Yeah. So now he's feeling stupid.
I thought it was going to be funny to have him sitting there acting like a regular person.
Yeah. He never knows what's funny. That's his problem. Wasn't it funny?
Yeah.
Him dressed as Dracula?
I thought he was out there getting touched up. I didn't know.
No, he panicked and went into the bathroom. So you know what? I didn't want to deal with it.
What image is he trying to protect?
He goes, it was your idea to put me in this makeup.
Oh, now he thinks it's like that night with Tom out at that country club. He's bombing.
Oh. Yeah, he thought he was bombing, but he wasn't bombing. He was funny.
Oh.
It's great.
I was kidding him about his material, but it was funny. Anyway.
Getting sensitive on us.
So you know what? I said to Ralph, just do what he wants. Take off the stupid makeup. I'm not going to deal with it. Oh, here he's back.
I decided to come back and did transformation.
You're funny.
What's wrong with you?
You freak out over the silliest things. You make a total jackass out of yourself on Up All Night, and then you come in here. Hey, do you have a tan? He kind of looks like he has a tan under there.
I look like I have skin cancer.
Now you do.
It's like white pieces.
Now it's really funny.
There.
What happened? You panicked on me and you ran out. What happened?
Now I look like Dracula when the sun hit him.
Yeah.
You know,
just before he burnt up.
Yeah.
You can keep the shirt.
No,
What? What happened?
I wanted to see if I could make it to the elevator. No, because it reminds me of all those times, like I one time saw Fred Travalena on Kathy and Regis Philbin dress up like Jack Nicholson.
Right.
And the bit immediately tanked.
Right.
In the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, but you didn't tank.
Yeah.
You didn't tank. You pulled it off.
You thought this worked well?
I thought it worked remarkably well.
Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. You know, he is so insecure.
Yes.
But as soon as you put it on the Channel 9 show.
You got a flashback of other comedians bombing dressed up in funny outfits.
On the Channel 9 show, he did such a funny Dice Clay, and it was the height of Dice mania, that I said, come on as Dice. He came on as Dice, he killed. We had a homosexual comedian on who sweated, and Gilbert made fun of the whole time, and it was unbelievably funny.
I thought that poor guy was going to wind up in a puddle on the floor he was sweating.
And Gilbert was sure that he bombed, because it was my idea for him to dress up as Dice. But you're funny. You did not bomb.
Yeah.
And you in that costume is funny. You can say nothing funny, and it's funny.
Yes. I do say nothing funny.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let me see. You even got a fax. Here, listen. Howard. Gilbert is the reason that people hate Jews. He is loud. He is loud, annoying, and has the typical money-lending-like attitude.
No, not lending.
Oh, no, it's money... excuse me. Money-lending kike attitude.
Oh.
I thought that said like. He's probably a faggot, too.
Oh, no.
I bet he was in a threesome with Berry Fairy Ralph and that butt diver Luganis. Soon we'll have to change his name to Gilbert Gottfried. He shouldn't worry about losing his last name, though, because soon OJ will be using it with that jury.
You know, Gottfried.
Oh, Gottfried. And what about that jury? It must look like the unemployment office in the jury room. Grape soda and Kentucky Fried Chicken hot wings everywhere. What the hell is going on in the world? Signed Marsha Clark. Actually, it's signed by Rabbi Schwartz, whoever he is. Actually, it's not even signed.
And one time I saw a comedian on Friday Night Videos dressed up as Cher.
Oh, really?
So she couldn't get out of the Cher character.
Right.
And Louis Anderson was on plugging his book about his alcoholic father. And he was going, my father would come home drunk and beat me and my mother. And she was going, oh, yeah.
I know it was Judy Tenuta, wasn't it? As Louis Anderson talks about, Louis Anderson, a real funny guy, sitting there talking about his alcoholic father beating him.
I would hide in the closet when he beat my mother.
And meanwhile, Judy's in a Cher outfit.
Yeah, babe.
All I'm telling you is that's funny. You as Dracula is funny.
Even the idea of you sitting there talking as Gilbert just as Dracula is funny.
That's right. Now go back and put your makeup on. All right, anyway, let's do some news with Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert, you want to plug anything? Give me the plug.
Yes.
He always does this.
Yes.
Married with Children this Sunday on Fox. Friday, Gilbert at Catch a Rising Star at the Hyatt in Princeton, New Jersey. And Saturday, Catch a Rising Star at Gouverneur Morris Hotel in Morristown, New Jersey.
Gilbert, very busy.
And will you be wearing your Dracula costume?
Yes. No, I'll be wearing my Lon Chaney Jr. outfit.
Let's send Gilbert out on the street as Dracula. And let him talk to people.
Walk around.
Hello. I am Dracula Gottfried.
Nice to meet you, young Negroes. I am a friend of the Negro peoples. I like the way you dance and the rhythm that you're born with.
I think he should go out as Jewish Dracula.
Yeah, Jewish Dracula. You could take an OJ poll as Dracula. Do you think OJ
is guilty? Do you think he's a violent, murderous Negro? Do you just support him because he is a sponsor?
You'll get killed.
He is an animal.
What if you went out on the street? Seriously, now let's just talk this out.
You thought
another good idea.
Wait a second. I like this idea.
Oh, okay. Showing up as Dracula.
But you can't call black people Negroes. They get mad. If you went up to a black person and said, "Hello, I am Dracula Gottfried, and I am here to take a poll,"
then they go, "Feet don't fail me now." Oh, I done see
seen a ghost.
And the hair will go straight up in the air.
You're going to kill me. Stop doing it.
So wait a second.
If he dead, why is he walking around? Somebody done turned into a bat, and it wasn't me.
We ought to meet the, like, you know what? Black people ought to hold a tribunal, meet all the white directors that painted blacks that way. They wrote that junk, you know, like big dumb black people who can't figure out that it's not a real Dracula. But anyway, can't you go up to people on the street and go like, "Hello, I am Dracula Gottfried.
Yes.
I am
Count Dracula.
Yeah, I am taking a poll. Do you think O.J. is guilty or innocent?
Do you think O.J. is innocent, or is he the guilty animal, hunted?
Oh, thirsty animal who cuts off in the throat of an innocent girl.
What do you think? Could you pull that off?
Pull it off?
I think it's one of those things that sounds funny up here.
Oh, no, I think it'd be real funny. Would you do it? I'm not going to ask you to do something you don't want to do. But would you do that?
Hey, come on. This would be great.
Ask Jackie what he thinks.
I think it's funny.
I think it couldn't miss.
Yeah. I think it could miss.
I'll send you out with the camera crew.
The Dracula poll.
Yeah, and then we'll listen to it from up here.
Send out with a baseball bat.
Yes. So what if you went, I am Dracula Gottfried.
Yeah.
Nothing like too racial. Like you go, I am asking people today what they think of the O.J. Do you think he is innocent or guilty?
Did he cut the throats of two people?
Yeah, don't get into the racial stuff.
What about the blood?
And you could even say to him, are you voting this way because you are black? Black as night.
Black as the lowest steps of hell.
Black.
You are black. Black as a nightmare.
We're not doing the racial stuff. Black as my cave.
Black as Transylvania.
Could you do it without slipping into like the heavy racial stuff? Because otherwise you get beat up.
Yeah.
I believe that Gilbert will be as politically correct as possible.
You're right.
Looking into
He'll be
the
like,
face
hello,
of
gentle
those
person.
people on the street.
Hello, Mr. Black or African American.
Yeah, right.
Excuse me, Mr. African.
My name is Dracula Gottfried. Do you say O.J. is innocent because you are black? Blacker than my cape in the deepest cave of Transylvania.
Blacker than the thoughts of a psychotic killer.
Why didn't Dracula ever bite black people?
Because
he had taste.
I couldn't resist.
May I ask you...
They just handed me a punchline on a plate.
Why don't you go out... Seriously, would you do it? But without going... Don't go into the racial stuff so you don't get your ass beat.
Or do it if you feel it.
Yeah, If you feel brave. I'll send you out there... Like, I'll listen through here.
Yeah.
You'll have a microphone in your hand. I'll have a camera on you, too.
Picture it.
And if you hear a fist coming toward my face...
Well, it's up to you. You feel comfortable doing it? Just tell me.
Will you be out there with the camera crew with St. John and Gorilla with
Gilbert's
you?
a weird guy. I can never figure out if he wants to do something.
Sure he does. It'll be great, Gilbert.
Do you want to do it?
Or is this Gilbert harassment?
I'll throw in another shirt. I don't want to force you to do it.
Oh, boy, you'll throw in another shirt.
I think it'd be funny. Do you want to do it?
This looks like it was sewn right before I got here.
You want to do it or not?
I think I'll skip this one.
Will you?
Yeah.
It would have been a classic. It would have been a classic.
Offer him more.
No. What offer more?
Throw in a CD player.
No, I think he's afraid to do it. He thinks he's going to look stupid or something.
Oh, yeah.
Are you worried physically or professionally?
Both. No, professionally I've given up on.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that you still have professional qualms.
Professional, forget about it.
He's physically afraid.
Whenever I come up with an idea for Gilbert, he always thinks it's dumb. And meanwhile, it ends up being a classic that people talk about for years.
He questions.
He becomes like so big. Like he could fill stadiums just being Dracula Gottfried after this bit. But he will never be convinced that I know what's good for him. He will never be convinced. If I was your producer, you would be the hottest thing in the country. You don't know your own strength.
Yeah.
You're like a basketball player that decides to play baseball. Am I right?
Try it, Gilbert.
No.
I mean, how could it be bad to do it once?
He doesn't see the humor in it. He doesn't realize how funny it would be. You in a Dracula costume, interviewing black people about the OJ. And them looking at you like you're crazy.
Okay.
That's funny. Let me ask you about OJ.
All right, I'll try it.
You will?
I'll try it with 4 black people.
Okay, good.
Have a
All right, good.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Robin.
I have a question.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You think this will work at all?
I know it will.
It's
Jackie.
going to be hysterical.
Wait, asking Jackie. Jackie doesn't know a thing in the world.
Yeah.
But just imagine, first of all, you're going to get the reaction because you're standing out there as Dracula.
This is a guy.
The absurd idea of Dracula doing a poll.
This is a guy who is as brilliant as Charlie Chaplin, but he's got the management of Judy Tenuta. He just doesn't get what's good.
I think he's managing himself.
Yeah. All right, Gary, before Gilbert changes his mind.
Yes, he'll do it with 4
I gotta
black
have
people.
the Dracula makeup touched up.
No, this is funny the way you look now.
No. You slap that white makeup on.
All right, go out now and quickly, Scott, get the microphone set up and get Gilbert out on the street immediately. Quickly, take off your headphones too.
Hey, Gilbert, enjoy your career move.
You know it's going to be funny.
Who was it who fixed up the outfit?
And if you want,
Boy, we spared no expense, did we?
Gary, you get the idea?
Yeah.
All right. Do you think that's funny?
There's not even a question.
I know.
You're asking Gary.
Right. Take off your
Take off
headphones.
the headphones, Gilbert.
Take off your headphones.
I got my headphones on.
Now, do you want him to be made up again? Because Ross said it's going to take a little while, or should we just get him on the street?
Just slap it on quick. You do it. Forget Ralph. You just slap it on
I'm not in the
him.
union, but I'll try.
Yeah, he's not either. Quickly go do that. Let's do some news while Gilbert's getting made up.
But, we really spared no expense on that outfit. That cape is about as
10
thin
cents.
as a piece of plastic.
No.
And he's got those regular old man pants that he wears instead of a nice pair of pants.
That's funny. It's a funny outfit.
Not even saying.
It's hysterical.
You want to do a little news while Gilbert's getting ready?
Absolutely.
Okay.
First of all, let me say that the big news today, of course, supplanting OJ as lead story is the Greg Louganis story, the Olympic champion diver who did something that no other diver has done in history. He won back-to-back gold medals in the Olympics in 1984 and 85, sweeping the diving category. And now he, last year, came out and admitted that he was gay, which everybody knew, except him. I guess people were telling him all of his life, you're gay.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm not. But anyway, he finally admitted to being gay last year. And this year, he says that he has AIDS.
He basically was diving where no man usually dives.
Well, no wonder he was so good in the pool.
Yeah. Straight in.
He had practice. But with these yearly revelations, I wonder what next year will bring.
I don't know. He dove into the wrong guy. That's all I can say.
Somehow or other. But anyway, he is going to reveal all of this to Barbara Walters, and here's a little excerpt.
Boy, is she lucky.
Of his appearance on 2020 this Friday.
You are now admitting for the first time that you are HIV positive.
Yes.
Do you have AIDS?
Obviously, the guy looks 100 years old, Barbara. Why don't you torture him a little?
He's almost bald and looks 100.
Yeah. What do you think he has? He's HIV positive. What do you think he has?
But HIV positive doesn't mean you have full-blown AIDS. That's what she's asking.
Take a look at him.
According to the CDC standards of AIDS versus HIV, I do have AIDS.
Oh,
Jackie. Very, very tasteless.
The most hysterical thing to me, though, is that he pauses like he didn't know this question was coming.
Yeah.
He came on this interview to tell everybody, and it's like Barbara all of a sudden came up with a great question.
Gay guys love him, too, man, because he's got such a gorgeous body.
Oh, swimmer's body. And he was an athlete who was beloved by all.
Except Fred. He doesn't love anybody.
So now he's saying that he has AIDS, and he has decided to come out and tell everyone. He's had it. He's known he's had it since 1988 when he was making his second Olympic appearance. he had a manager and friend
I knew he
who had AIDS, and then he went and got tested, and it turned out that he was HIV positive. He knew he was HIV positive at the time he was competing, and when he had that mishap in a warm-up dive where he hit his head on the diving board upon entering, just before entering the pool, splitting his head open and requiring, 5 or 6 stitches to close up the wound. So there was a big question as to how he handled that whole situation. What did it feel like knowing that he had just, he was HIV positive and now he was bleeding? What were his concerns? Here's Greg Louganis again.
Okay.
I hope this is what he'll be calling.
Who knows?
Some people don't think that AIDS has touched their lives. A lot of people saw me at the Olympics and they were cheering for me. So now all of those people can't say that they have not been affected by AIDS.
Yeah. Did Greg Louganis ever talk a little bit more forcefully?
I think that was his tone all along. You think he's just getting so weak he can't talk?
No, not weak. I think, just now that I'm gay, let me just...
let me talk gay?
But...
No, I think that was pretty much his way.
That was it all the time? So anyway, he's saying that people can't any longer say that they've never been touched by AIDS. Everyone knows someone who has HIV.
Oh, we're all going to get it. Scott, what's going on with...
He's going down now.
Oh, he's going down now? Oh, I got to see this.
Yes.
So let's finish up the Greg Louganis stuff. Play that next piece there.
I didn't anticipate hitting my head on the
Oh, whoa, no, now he's sounding real gay. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, I thought so.
The word anticipate.
I didn't anticipate.
Yeah, no, now he's definitely more gay.
All right.
Hard. I didn't anticipate, blood. That's something that I didn't think about at the time.
See, I never remember him sounding like that.
No, you're right.
But he's claiming that, he never thought, of course, diving's not a contact sport. You don't usually think of bleeding when you're diving into a pool.
This is why, and I know it's a distasteful subject, that we have to consider the fact that AIDS patients must be identified, because this doctor who was unknowingly sitting and stitching up Greg Louganis and was exposed to his blood was also exposed to, potential AIDS himself, because he could have had a cut on his hand or he could have cut himself in the stitching process. And Greg Louganis, had he been really brave, would have said, you know what, sir, I've got to tell you something. I have HIV, and I would hope that you would wear some gloves or at least be very aware of it. I mean, come on. What's that all about? I mean, this doctor probably has a wife and family and kids, or maybe he's gay himself.
And would have had a hard time explaining to everybody, I got it from stitching up Greg Louganis.
Yeah, who's going to buy that? At least Greg Louganis had some fun, if that's your idea of fun, getting the AIDS. This doctor wasn't having any fun stitching him up. And finally, you have another tape of Greg Louganis, the hero.
I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Health-wise, everything seems to be stable and that sort of thing. I still have bouts of depression, but I'm working on that.
Jackie has bouts of depression, that's why he's laughing.
Yeah, everybody's got that.
Right.
So anyway, a doctor who was asked about the situation of Greg diving into the pool and bloodying himself says that the chlorine would have inactivated the AIDS virus, so the other divers were not at risk. But as you said, the doctor certainly was.
Well, Robin, out on our street right now is Dracula Gottfried. Is he out there?
He's been remade up, and he's out on the street.
Oh, wonderful.
Full cape and
I pull this up.
Oh, there he is. Hi. Hello.
Dracula Gottfried?
That's John.
Why am I not talking to Dracula Gottfried? Hello?
Yes.
Dracula Gottfried?
Yeah. Oh, we're in search of black people. They're running from stuttering John.
I think they're running from you, Gilbert. Now remember, Gilbert, you're Dracula Gottfried.
Okay.
And you're going to ask about the O.J. trial.
Yes.
All right.
I get the premise.
Right. And it is funny.
Yeah.
And you can do an interview.
Yes. Okay.
Shuddering John says we have some Negroes coming.
Yeah, but you better not say that to their
Calm
face.
down, Drac.
You're going to get your ass kicked, you know.
They're all saying no.
They all say no?
They're shaking their heads.
Have you shown yourself to
He
them?
is looking for Negroes to speak to Dracula.
I like the premise. I like the setup.
Oh, I think we've got some...
Uh-oh.
I think he has found a black person.
He must have, because he's
A
not
black
saying...
person with a box who is afraid. He has a box that he must deliver. Oh, he is thinking, will I lose my job if I don't deliver the box on time? I must deliver this box.
Now, Gilbert, is he coming up to you?
Here's a guy who can either be black or Indian. He doesn't care.
All right, let's try him. Ask him if he's black.
I bid you welcome.
Tell him who you are.
I am Gilbert Dracula Gottfried. You are a black man, are you not?
Yeah.
Do you believe that O.J. Simpson is innocent?
He's innocent.
How can you believe that he is innocent?
He didn't kill his wife.
He did not kill his wife, even though his blood ran over their bodies. Do you still believe, even though he was found with the knife and with the blood and with the fingerprints, that O.J. Simpson is innocent?
I know he's innocent. Yes.
Ask him who did it then. Well, who does he
Well,
think?
who exactly did this then?
Somebody else.
Are you saying maybe a white man killed them?
I didn't say that. I'm not a racial guy.
Ask him, isn't it true that you are siding with O.J. because he's black?
Okay, are you siding with O.J. because he is a black man like yourself?
No. I think he's innocent because why should he kill his wife? Even though he's jealous, so why should he kill his wife? Why should a man kill his wife at all?
Well.
There is logic to this. He must be innocent.
All right, send him on his way.
All right. I thank you. We have more black people.
Good. Dracula Gottfried.
Yes.
All right, one more for Dracula Gottfried.
Hello, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I bid you welcome.
How you doing?
I am Gilbert Dracula Gottfried. Are you a black man?
Yes, I am.
I am too under this makeup. Now, do you believe that O.J. Simpson is innocent?
Yes.
Why do you believe he's innocent? Did you not see all the evidence?
Not really.
Not really? Is that a place in Hungary? Not really?
Ask him if you can suck his neck.
I was born in not really.
Ask him if you can suck his neck.
Can I suck your neck?
Nope.
All right.
You let O.J. Simpson suck your neck.
All right, you better get up here. You're bombing. Get up here. I told you it wouldn't work.
Don't tell him that.
How'd I have one black woman here waiting?
All right, quickly.
Gilbert, come in.
Dracula Gottfried. Go ahead, Dracula. Dracula Gottfried, go ahead.
Are you a black woman?
Yes, I am.
Do you believe that O.J. Simpson is guilty?
I wait after the trial. I don't know.
What is your best guess?
What is your best guess, young black woman?
She's going to slog him.
Probably guilty.
Probably guilty. We have found a black woman who believes that O.J. Simpson is guilty. Give her a round of applause.
Thank you, Dracula Gottfried. Now get up here quick for the news. The great Dracula Gottfried. He went back into the makeup for that. That was good.
I want to see that.
I'm going to tell him it bombed.
Oh, you're going to kill him.
I know, no.
He can't take that, you know it.
That's funny. Dracula Gottfried. And he's about 3 feet tall.
I know, he's probably looking up to everybody
Yeah, right.
he's interviewing.
And you notice how he behaves?
Oh, yeah.
In front of black people?
He immediately got into line. What did I tell you? He'd be politically correct.
No, you're a Negro.
I mean, a black person.
I mean, a black African.
I'm too.
Yeah.
Right on.
I just like to see him squirm. So what else is in the news, Robin?
Of course, O.J. Simpson is in the news. His trial continues with more and more news coming forward. Today in the Post, Cindy Adams claims that there is a drug dealer who has stashed himself away in Miami.
What'd I tell you?
And claims that he sold O.J. crystal meth, not at a McDonald's, as he claimed to have visited on the night Nicole was murdered, but outside of a Burger King. He was driving in his Bentley along with Cato Kalin.
Yeah.
This guy says that Cato witnessed the transaction, that the drug dealer says he still has the $100 bill that O.J. used to pay for the the meth, the crystal meth, and that he has his beeper number still lodged in his beeper. He has taken a polygraph test, which he has passed.
Uh-oh. You were brilliant. You were brilliant out there.
Gilbert?
It was a brilliant idea.
Wow. You're really smart to go do that.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing funnier.
It was an extraordinary idea.
Hey, Gilbert, not only was that good, but could you come in tomorrow as Granny Clampett? We could send you dressed up down on the street to interview black people? Boy, did you behave yourself in front of black people. Man. You were really I'm a Negro too under here.
I'm black like you, brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yes, brother.
Hey, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people in this O.J. case who are guilty of hiding the facts, and they are despicable.
Well, this drug dealer is saying that he thinks that Cato Kalin should sing when he gets on the
You're damn right he should.
Cato has never said that O.J. was buying drugs at the time they took that little ride in the Bentley the night Nicole was murdered.
But this Cato rot in hell if he's lying.
He is to be the next witness.
Right?
Yes. Let the Cato rot in hell.
The drug dealer is asking for immunity in order to testify. He doesn't want to do anything to incriminate himself.
Immunity.
But he's hiding out now, afraid for his life, I guess.
He is a fair far worse things evading man than death.
Yes.
So anyway, Cato Kalin, as I said, will be the next witness in the case after they get through grilling Tom Lang, the detective.
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran trying to make mincemeat of his testimony yesterday.
Johnny Cochran.
Cochran?
Yes.
Cochran.
Johnny Cochran. Johnny. My lawyer is Johnny Cochran.
All right. Good. How come you know what? I think black people steal your powers. It's like kryptonite. Black people like kryptonite to Gilbert Gottfried.
All his humor goes.
Yeah, right. Excuse me, do you think O.J.'s innocent?
He's standing over...
brother.
Brother, he's standing 100 feet away. John is talking to the Negro.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he is a black man. When they get close.
Yeah.
When they're in earshot. Oh, there's a black man.
Oh, I love the Jeffersons.
So you say that there were some new allegations.
Yes, and not only that, I was talking about Cato Kalin taking the stand next. He is also just continuing to pursue his showbiz career. I see that he has been photographed for the New Yorker, a New York magazine, by the famed photographer Annie Leibovitz.
She's disgusting.
And that
miserable Jew.
And that he has a rap group.
Who?
Cato Kalin.
Get out of here.
No, I'm not kidding. Look at the papers.
Do you have a tape of that?
No, I don't have a tape. They just have a picture of him and his fellow rap artist.
That's outrageous.
So he's continuing, and he has a whole new look. We were discussing that the other day. He now looks like Brad Pitt with the long hair, and it's all nicely colored.
Right.
Got a whole new wardrobe. I don't know how he and where he's getting this money. Cato seems to live no matter what.
Isn't that a great life? Like you just kind of live on somebody's estate and they just let you hang out and junk? That's Cato Kalin.
I'd like to find a murderer to live with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Help him out.
So anyway.
Murderer who gets me women, gets me on TV. Too bad John Wayne Gacy's not alive anymore.
Yeah, because he can work at his estate.
Yes. Put him up as a house guest.
Right.
Do a little gardening. Tom Lang, the detective, was again on the stand yesterday. Here's a little bit of the testimony. Johnny Cochran did get
Johnny Cochran.
Johnny Cochran.
Yes.
Did get him
Johnny
to admit
Cochran.
that...
Oh, the
quiet.
evil Johnny Gottfried.
He's a piece of work. Go ahead.
Let me tell you what he got him to admit, please.
Okay.
He got him to admit that the coroner had somewhat botched the examination of the bodies by destroying or throwing away the stomach contents. And he also admits here that they didn't get that blood off the gate for some time after their investigation of the murder scene was over.
Well, the defense would be happy that the police didn't get all the other evidence, because if they had, it'd probably OJ be in the electric chair.
It seems to me that there's a good case here for saying that despite all the
screw-ups,
they still found OJ's blood
all over the place. I think after a while they just said, we don't need much more evidence.
I directed him to do that, and I believe I mentioned to check the entire gate.
All right. And you expected that to be done, isn't that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Now, it was not done on June 13th, was it?
No.
In fact, it was not done until July 3rd. 3 weeks later, is that right?
That's correct.
Aha!
And I know what's going on in the minds of those female black jurors.
What?
That is a fine brother. Look at him questioning them police and getting them all nuts. Look at him. Speaks well, wears a nice suit, is a handsome man. And he is getting those police to break down. OJ, innocent. Lawyer.
And then Cochran makes the case.
OJ's gonna walk.
Cochran makes the case that that blood could have happened or been put on that gate at any time.
Now, with regard to blood spots and blood drops, you can't tell the date that blood was placed there, can you?
Blood.
You can't really tell the age, no.
I never drink blood.
Now, in regard to blood spots and blood clots, you never really do know where they be laying, do you? And what time they got there with the blood clots and the blood spots.
Would you want to go down on the street again? Dracula Gottfried?
In that character?
Yeah.
Now, excuse me.
Excuse me there, monsieur.
Do you think that the OJ didn't get this?
Meanwhile, it seems that they have another
Put me in black makeup on the street. Maybe it'll be safer.
Yeah.
They seem to have another reluctant witness for the defense. There's a woman, Kathleen Bell, who it was claimed by the prosecution doesn't want to testify, but the defense does say she wants to testify that this is not true. Kathleen Bell is expected to testify that Mark Furman, one of the detectives in the case, made some racially disparaging comments to her at some time. So the OJ case continues.
All right. Well, you watch that, Gilbert, on TV?
Oh, constantly.
Yeah. You don't even have a TV, do you?
No.
A lot of arguing going on in Congress. The House of Representatives continuing to move along on their contract with America. But there seems to be a little bit of a problem. They say that, they're slashing and cutting, and now the Democrats are saying they're going to rob young children of those hot lunches they get in school.
Yeah, like that's a prize.
And that
should I go interview black people on the street and ask them if they rob young children?
Pizza and cheese sticks.
So they were arguing a little bit about this.
So they won't be able to have those little fish sticks with the orange juice that you peel the tin off of.
That great pizza.
Yes.
Yeah.
So here's a little bit of the debate that was going on.
The pizza and an English muffin.
Congressman William Goodling, who is then interrupted by Representative...
By Dracula.
George Miller.
Okay.
If I was employed in USDA, I'd put out those kind of figures, too, because there's a good possibility that quite a few of them will lose their job. So I would put out as much false information.
That's really
as much false information as I could.
Is false. We have no indication.
And you have no idea whether the information we have is correct. We went through this before.
I love a good argument. And but what's your story? Are you political at all?
Oh, yes, very.
No, come on. I mean, are you like a registered Republican or Democrat?
I'm against Hitler.
No, come on. Do you have any political feelings?
None. I don't understand.
Did you vote in the last election?
Oh, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, for Eisenhower.
No, come on, did you?
No.
See, this is where he gets goofy.
Now he cannot be interviewed.
He can't be interviewed. That's right. We can't know anything about Gilbert. like the whole world's waiting.
So mysterious.
Look at this, seriously. Do you ever get involved politically?
No.
And do you ever vote?
No.
You really don't?
Nothing.
Because I can't see Gilbert even knowing how to register vote.
Oh, you think he doesn't vote at all?
You really don't vote, seriously?
I go behind the curtain and try on pens.
I just thought that, like, maybe you... No, I can't see Gilbert going and voting. So you've never voted for any of the presidents?
Gilbert couldn't buy a thermometer when he was sick. So I think he's voted.
Seriously, have you ever voted?
I didn't even know they had those thermometers in regular stores.
Have you ever registered to vote?
Yes.
Oh, you have?
Yes.
Oh, so you did vote?
Yeah. I feel like I'm playing What's My Line.
No, but did you really vote?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did vote? Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
You know what? Who cares?
Like
who gives a rat's ass?
The world is anxiously
No, but
awaiting.
I mean, it would be kind of...
Yes.
I'd be curious to know...
all the people you influence, Gilbert.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All of your fans.
You control so many votes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boy, if I named a candidate, he'd get no.
He was going to vote, but there were black people there, and he left.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. Feet don't fail me. Anyway, what else is in the news?
That grand jury over in New Jersey investigating Kelsey Grammer, the star of the NBC TV show Frasier, will be hearing from the 17-year-old girl who claims that she had a sexual affair.
My hero.
With Grammer today.
Was she 17? Oh, now she's 17.
Now she's 17. She was 15.
She was 13.
Oh, 15.
What goes through a guy? Like, what's with that guy? I mean, isn't this like the 19th thing that he's been in trouble for?
Yeah, well, he's had his bouts with drugs and ex-wives and all of that.
Can you talk slowly about the sex with the 13-year-old?
It was 15.
Yeah. Oh, 15.
Let's not make it worse than
Oh, well, that ruins it.
She was
But she had the body of a 12-year-old.
She was babysitting for his 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
When they met. They have a number of cassette tapes that bear Grammer's phone answering machine messages left for the young girl, and that's the
and who would be that stupid to leave phone answering messages?
The major
evidence
in this case. They say that they are of a sexual nature. The girl will testify. She had at first denied that there had been any sex between them, but after a year of therapy, she has now come forward and said they made love at least 3 times while she was 15 years old.
Gilbert, you ever have a 13-year-old?
No. 10 is the drop-off point for me. Any older than 10, they
13-year-old used up.
Yeah.
All right. He's a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, damn proud of it.
Grammer says that this never happened and that the family is just
He was teaching her grammar.
extort money from him.
She's a young girl, so he came over so she could learn grammar.
So anyway, we'll have to see if any charges come out of that grand jury investigation.
What a way to mess up a perfectly good career.
He's been trying for quite some time.
He won't be happy until he's off television.
Absolutely.
And in jail.
The drugs weren't enough. Now he has to have a 13-year-old.
Right.
Yeah.
He got past all that stuff only to have this now.
As you pointed out this morning in page 6, they say that Jan Wenner, the publisher of Rolling Stone, has been outed by the British press.
Oh, my.
In the British newspaper, The Mail, they say that his wife, Jane
and Jan.
couldn't take it when he started fooling around with 28-year-old former model Matt Nye.
Oh, so I guess that means he's gay.
You fool around with one model, male model, and right away they pin you gay.
Unwisely. She had several considerations. Their 3 children. She didn't want them teased by schoolmates who discovered that their father was gay.
Kids don't tease about stuff like that.
Did she get suspicious when the Boy Scout troop started coming over?
You know what's weird about that, though, seriously? I mean, who is the newspaper guy that takes pleasure in wrecking a guy's entire life? Who is the newspaper guy that feels it's important to out Jan Wenner?
Well, it would be Richard Johnson who's telling America.
Yeah, but
we can't read the British, The Mail.
Yeah, but it's out already, so might as well just tell it.
I see.
Well, I hear Jan has been so disgraced that he'll be appearing in public as Dracula next.
Never show his face again without makeup.
Yeah, interviewing black people. Very few people have disgraced themselves that way. Only those in dire straits.
You have to be in pretty bad shape to go out and do
Your career's got to be a real mess to go do something like that.
Only divorced homosexuals.
Right.
Thing like that.
Yeah, very, very few people do that.
This new romance between
Gilbert
and
Fred.
D'Amato.
Yes.
This is something that Gilbert ought to do.
Yes.
Hook up with a socialite.
Yeah. How about hook up?
How about hook up with that guy Jan Winter was going out with?
Really improve your career.
Right.
We seem to still be fascinated by the romance between Senator Al D'Amato and Claudia Cohen.
Yes.
Today in the Post, they analyze this whole situation. Once again, they're hounding the current Mrs. D'Amato.
You make her life
who is
miserable.
not a public person.
Right.
And taunt her, they do, with these questions as to how she feels about her husband's desire to get an annulment so that his marriage to Claudia Cohen can be accepted by the church.
This is how despicable reporters are. Now, think about this job. Now, come on, be serious for a second.
I know. I had experience as a reporter just today.
That's right. Yeah. You were out there on the street. You know what it's like.
So you can relate.
So a United States senator says he's in love with someone high-profile, a woman on the Regis and Kathy Lee show, Claudia Cohen, wealthy woman, okay? The guy's been separated now for 13 years. His wife and him pretty much, worked out their situation, whatever it is. His wife's a private person. So it comes out that the senator now wants to marry Claudia Cohen. So what does a reporter do? They go and torture the senator's wife from 13 years ago. They go by her house and torture her and keep asking her over and over again, how do you feel?
Yeah.
How do you feel? She feels great.
She finally said to him, look, why don't you go talk to the two people who are holding press conferences and leave me alone?
Yeah, I'm not looking to talk to you.
I'm a private person.
Imagine if you got a girl, Gilbert, and then you broke up with her.
Well, now you're just talking crazy.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't talk to you about this because you would never break up with a girl because you're just trying to get one.
Yeah.
Right. But imagine you got a girl and you broke up and then
Welcome to the science fiction hour.
All right, so forget it. There's no talking to you about this. Absolutely not.
He can't relate.
No, he can't. By the way, Gilbert will be on Married with Children this Sunday on Fox and be at Catch a Rising Star tomorrow night in Princeton, New Jersey, and Saturday night at Catch a Rising Star in somewhere, Morristown, New Jersey.
Somewhere. Go look
somewhere.
Go look for him in Morristown.
Somewhere.
And at the Governor Verner Morris Hotel.
Werner Morris?
Governor Morris Hotel. Who can read this? Well, anyway. What else is in the news?
Darryl Strawberry, I told you yesterday, said that he played drunk while he was on the 1986 Met, the World Series championship team. And yesterday there was a lot of fallout. He's made these allegations of a drunken team in a new article that's to appear in Sports Illustrated next week. Now, other former members of the team are coming forward to say if Darryl played drunk, that's his business, and he wants to admit that, that's fine. He can't speak about what the others of us were doing. So there. He's out on a limb by himself. Nobody's coming out to support him in these allegations. Not making many friends.
Have you ever taped Up All Night drunk?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it would really make a difference.
People would know.
The quality would drop.
Understood.
Yes.
Well, I noticed that. Didn't the people at Up All Night once say to you they had noticed the quality drop?
Oh, yes. They said they thought I was walking through it.
Gilbert almost got fired from that job. They said that Gilbert was walking through his appearances on Up All Night, which is like, what? Who would even know?
You were actually watching?
The worst show on the planet. Yeah. Who cares if Gilbert walks through?
Who's watching, let alone knows if I'm walking through?
They actually pulled him aside and yelled at him.
Yeah.
And what'd you do? Did you do anything special?
No. I didn't change it at all.
But everything's fine.
But then after they told me, they felt like, see, now you can see the difference.
Right, yeah. They felt better about it. Yeah.
Now you can see he's putting a lot more intensity in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, we're having trouble with our friends, the French.
Ugh.
5 United States citizens have been thrown out of Paris.
Of course.
After being accused of spying.
Like the French have a secret. The secret is they have no secrets. Like they have, spying on who?
The French, I guess.
Oh, spying on the French.
We want to find out a lot about the French.
Yeah, we want to find out how to retreat during a war.
Yes. We want to find out how to be friends with the Nazis.
Right. Hey, how do you collaborate with the Nazis and produce products for them at record high levels?
The French are claiming that their dismissal was just a recommendation. We recommend that you leave. They didn't,
Believe me, there's no secrets that the French have.
expel the Americans.
Yeah, but we were looking at the new fashions. We were going to steal them.
How do you get...
The United States is not,
We're sending spies to find out how long they can go without bathing.
Right.
Are not at all happy. I mean, the United States is not at all happy with the way the French have handled these allegations.
The French hate us for no reason. We protected them and saved their ass time and time again, and all they do is spit on us because we are crass and our culture sucks. I say let them all die.
We bathe too often.
Yeah.
Interior Minister Charles Pasqua accused Americans of having committed acts of interference that include trying to enlist aides to top ministers. So that's what we're doing over there, trying to win influence.
Yeah, with the French. I hate the French. Thank you.
Yes. I hate the French.
Thank you, Gilbert Dracula.
Yes. I hate the French.
Here we go.
I hate the French.
With the French.
Did you see Ed Wood?
No.
You got to get that.
No, it's like $8.
Oh, forget it. I'll lend it to you.
Yeah. If you have a tape around, maybe I'll watch it.
I got to play this for Gilbert. We love this.
I have no home. Hunted. Despised
by the Negro.
Living like an animal. The jungle is my home.
Going out into the street. Interviewing black people.
That I can be a master.
Gilbert can't handle the competition.
So he's talking over.
He's talking over the great scene from Ed Wood.
Yes, the great Martin Landau.
Yeah.
Who did the role so much better than you.
Gilbert feels he could have done it.
Yes. When he went out on the street, he actually got black people to answer.
That's right. Anything else in the news, Robin?
Unfortunately, new statistics show that almost half of all black children are living in poverty. Really? Not funny. And mostly it's because so many of them... Stop it. Calm yourself. Get a hold of yourself, Gilbert.
He thinks the show's funny. Yeah. He likes our humor.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Because so many children are being raised in single-parent families.
That's right. There's a big problem with that.
There's a big problem with that. There'll be a big problem with that. Oh, yeah.
We got to stay with our family.
We gotta find out who our pappy is.
If all of us would stay with our family, then we wouldn't have this problem.
If I could instigate this allegation for a second...
Yes.
Black people are going to beat you up.
I want to just be behind Gilbert as he walks out.
All right, so there's some shocking news that the reason that there's a lot of black kids who don't have it together is because the fathers don't stay with the family.
Well, I didn't say anything about having it together. I'm simply telling you they live in poverty.
I see.
I'm glad I'm tickling your fancy today, Jackie.
All right. Very good. There's some news that I didn't know.
Very sad.
Very sad statement.
Very sad.
Oh, shut up.
What were you more shocked by, that story or the Luganis AIDS story? Oh, ho. Oh, ho. Oh, ho. Oh, ho. Oh, ho. All right.
There's one final story I really want to do, but I need to run and get it because it's not in here.
Where is it? Far? Is it in your apartment?
No, it's in the next room.
Oh, so go ahead. I'll kill some time with a couple of oh-ohs. I'll give you a couple of plugs. Oh, ho. Oh, ho. Oh, ho.
I'm back already.
All right, go ahead.
You know how we love these stories of marital discord.
Yeah.
This is from El Paso, Texas. A marital dispute prompted a man to shoot his wife, chop up her body, and paint the parts in an attempt to conceal the evidence.
She must have really been nagging him.
It all started as a family dispute, Howard.
I see.
James Patrick Bradley had a history of domestic violence. He's been arrested a number of times.
And what did the wife say?
He was a former driver for a county drug and alcohol abuse center and remained in El Paso County Jail since his arrest on Tuesday in lieu of $1 million bond. He's charged with murdering his wife, who was an actress. Parts of the woman's body turned up in plastic bags, cardboard boxes, or blankets in various public places.
Well, I wish him luck in picking up the pieces.
In some cases, the parts were brightly painted.
When I was in Vietnam, we used to chop up goats and paint their parts, and that was just like a regular Saturday afternoon. Nobody thought twice. Was he a vet?
Police allege that Bradley, who is disabled and uses either a wheelchair or a walker, shot his wife 5 times in the chest with a small caliber handgun the day after Valentine's Day.
Wow. Must not have gone well.
So they must have had a nice meal. He's
Right.
gone to sleep, and then he got up and killed her.
Wow.
Bradley is now on medication and under the care of a doctor. According to police, he was arrested 3 times in 1989 to 1990 on domestic dispute charges involving his first wife. None of those charges ended in conviction, though. They zeroed in on Bradley as more and more parts of her body continued to be deposited near the area of his house.
Well, you have to hand it to her.
A realistic composite drawing taken from a photograph of the severed head of the victim was shown on local television on Monday, prompting her family and friends to call and identify her.
So what did he do with the good part? What did he do with that? Did he paint that blue?
Sent it to Gilbert Gottfried.
What did he do with the Kluge? What did he do with the Kluge?
Yeah.
Where's the Kluge?
Where's the Kluge? How could you throw away a perfectly good Kluge?
Maybe he didn't. It doesn't say that he sent all of her parts away.
Oh.
Kluge. Blue Kluge.
I get out of my coffin and search for Kluge. It doesn't even have to be attached to the rest of the body, as long as it's a Kluge with hair on it. That looks like a werewolf.
The alleged killer was trying to cover his tracks, so he spray painted the body parts because he thought it was going to destroy or conceal the evidence.
Well, I don't think that he's guilty.
It just drew
because
attention.
I think it was the white cop who sprayed the body parts.
So that's what's happening.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much, Dracula Gottfried.
Yes.
Gilbert
Definitely
Gottfried.
the best idea you've had.
I'll think of some more.
Yes.
Let me just say that Gilbert will be on Married with Children this Sunday on Fox. Everyone looking forward to that. More good acting like he did on Channel 9 a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. You can see
Him
him
and Jackie.
on, Married with Children acting some more.
Gilbert proving he'll take any job.
Where did you get those gold coins? Did you steal money from me?
Anyway, Friday on Catch a Rising Star, the Hyatt in Princeton, New Jersey, it's Gilbert. And Gilbert moves over to Catch a Rising Star at the Governor Morris Hotel in Morriston, New Jersey, Saturday night.
Are you telling me it was a conspiracy?
Jackie,
that you took the gold coins from me?
Jackie the Joke Man Marlowe is ordering a wild comedy CD or cassette. I mean, is rather selling you a wild comedy CD or cassette. It is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. This Saturday, Jackie, big show at Vans in Freehold, New Jersey. And Jackie.
What's wrong with the old lady? You always had to hit him with a blackjack.
For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember,
Can we get a dressing room?
516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Did Jackie, when you acted with Jackie on that Channel 9 show, did he ask for a dressing room?
Yeah, on the plane over, first of all, I'm trying to look at the script, and he's going, do you understand this? My wife said it should end differently.
Oh, no, his wife is rewriting.
Oh, boy. Oh, man.
I found the only bigger glom than me in the world.
Jackie and Gilbert did this TV show together, which, I guess they got a hold of them. They were trying to get some heat for it. That UPN network
Yes.
that nobody watches, the Paramount network.
Hey.
So
Why are you screaming?
Gilbert evidently took the job and
Because he takes any job.
And Jackie takes any job.
How'd they go?
So, they basically did, it was like Loud and Louder.
He was asking these questions like, do we have to learn the dialogue?
Is that what he said?
Did you two fly out together or did you meet up there?
You flew out together?
Lying little complaining bastard.
He says to you, do we have to memorize the script?
Oh,
And then he's saying his wife critiqued the script?
I spent 6 hours on a plane next to him, and he's going to complain about me.
My wife's gonna turn differently.
Great. Yeah, why don't they fly her out as a script
You will never
consultant?
know how long a flight to Las Vegas is to sit next to Gilbert.
Did you take your wife with you, Jackie, or you went yourself?
No, Gilbert was my wife.
And did you guys hang out on the set together?
Endlessly.
Yeah. Really?
We spent 3 months together for 2 days.
Was it bad?
We had a great time. I had a great time. I can't speak for Gilbert.
We had a fabulous time, Howard.
Yeah.
I read the script and I fell in love with it.
Did you entertain him? Did you ask what Nancy thought the ending should be?
Yeah, did you actually carry that conversation on?
Making that up.
My wife's gonna turn differently than this.
See BabaBooey this Saturday at the Javits Convention Center in Manhattan from noon to 2 for the New York Comic Book Spectacular.
I'm an idiot. I'm a friggin' idiot.
And to get a signed copy of Stuttering John's CD, call 201-942-OUCH.
But it's just hard to, it's hard to completely disassociate yourself with you.
What?
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040.
My wife said I don't need a DJ.
We're gonna, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, Dracula Gottfried.
Yes.
Any last words for our audience?
To die, to be really dead, must be glorious. There are far worse things awaiting us than death.
Fantastic. We'll see you tomorrow.
In Kalamazoo, Michigan, they are very happy this morning because those two little girls I told you about yesterday have been returned home.
The ones who were kidnapped?
Yes, Teresa Hayner and her sister Jessica.
Hey now.
Were returned home yesterday after they were found in
Gilbert's car.
Yes.
They
wouldn't put out. Car.
What's the youngest girl you ever made it with? Remember when you came on to Dennis Miller's son?
Oh yes.
Holden? He was in diapers. You pedophile.
They were found in Daytona
Well, he
Beach
was cute.
with the three men who abducted them from a school bus last week. They say that one of the men who has a history of being in a sexual offender program was a former babysitter.
Yeah. When you see a guy who's babysitting, you got to be a little suspicious. I'm not saying all guys are babysit, but 99% of them, right?
I babysit.
You do? Yeah. Guys are weird,
Were
man.
they hot?
You never hear about women, like, kidnapping someone to have sex with them. You know what I mean? It's a guy
Not
thing.
children,
No,
especially.
it's a guy thing, man. It's the penis.
Yeah.
It's the penis.
It's the penis. It's that damn penis.
The penis within us.
Women will kidnap children, but it's because they want to be their mother.
Right.
That was a horror film, The Penis Within Us.
Gilbert loves children because they have no teeth.
And how about Long Island?
Oh, yeah.
Quiet, you pervert.
Two men have been accused of
more.
Will you be quiet? I have more sexual abuse stories.
More sexual abuse stories,
Okay.
Gilbert. All right.
I'll be quiet. That shuts me up.
There's a Hasidic woman on the phone.
Well, let me just finish this. The DA says child pornography was found on a home computer of one of the defendants, and no further details have been released.
What's her problem?
Well, she's upset about something, I think. But you know how people have a regular name and then they pronounce it a different way?
Yeah.
Her name should be Deborah, but it's Deborah.
Yeah, well, that's because she's Jewish. That's like a Jewish thing.
Is it?
Yeah, right, Deborah? I mean, Deborah?
I don't believe him. He's an idiot.
Right.
Deborah. It is Deborah on the phone.
Where came from? It came from
the Undead.
Wait, are you married?
Excuse me?
Are you married?
I'm currently divorced.
You're a Hasidic woman and you're divorced?
You're allowed to get divorced.
Wait, there's a man here who wants to meet you.
I want to meet Deborah. The queen of the undead. Deborah. Deborah, who drinks the blood of the innocent. Deborah, who cares nothing of human life. Deborah, the daughter of Satan. Deborah, the woman who eats the flesh of innocent people and babies. Deborah,
all right,
who performs sacrifices on
Let her
animals.
talk for a second. Yeah,
I
what
have
is?
to get to school. I want to tell you something.
Yeah, school. How old are you?
Well, I'm
If you're 5, I'll be
You're
over.
23 and you're in school?
And you're
So,
divorced?
I had kids before.
And you're divorced? God, the Jews must go nuts from you. That voice, who could marry you? What?
Okay, now listen. This is what I wanted to say.
Yes, Deborah.
I know a lot. I have a lot of friends from different Hasidic groups. There's
You know why her name is Deborah? Because she's boring us.
Yeah, wait a second. Not one of them. Now you're going to get excited. Not one of them.
I'm getting excited now.
Not one of them has ever used a sheet. This is some kind of myth. There might be some crazy guy somewhere. How
would you know?
You're not Hasidic.
Every girl I have sex with demands a sheet.
You're not Hasidic.
What? Excuse me?
You're not a Hasidim.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or what makes you say
You
that?
couldn't get a divorce in that religion.
Yes, I can. That's using Catholicism. You can get a get.
I think they made an exception in her case.
No, I never
Your
heard of
husband
it.
let you out of the marriage.
You say your mother's Italian.
Your husband, your mother let you out of the marriage.
Your husband let you out.
It's a real
Your husband.
rabbi, not this gothic husband. Ask him what
Do
he
you
said
have a
to
beard?
Identical divorce. It's called.
Wait, there's a guy who wants to date you.
Excuse me?
Deborah! Oh, Deborah! Queen of Satan! Deborah! Who haunts us in our nightmares! Deborah! Who cannot be stopped! Deborah! Who can only be killed with a stake through the heart! Deborah! Queen of all that is evil! Deborah!
I have to go.
Wait, you don't sound at all like a Jew.
Why not?
You're no-
you want to test me?
You're no Jew.
I'm not a Jew.
I would have
I'm not a
sworn you
Jew.
were Swedish.
You sound like a pathetic, self-hating Jew.
Oh, Deborah! Self-hating Jew! Deborah! Evil of the Jews! Deborah! The woman who killed Christ personally! Deborah! The woman responsible for Jesus' death! Deborah! The reason we hate the Jews! Deborah! The reason all the Gentiles do not like the Jews! Deborah! The reason we want Hitler back! Deborah! Hey, Deborah!
No wonder your husband left you.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, go ahead.
Back, Deborah. I love you.
The children of the night.
Ah, listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make. A spider spinning his web for an unwary prey. The blood is the life, Mr. Enfield. To die, to be really dead, must be glorious. There are far worse things awaiting man than death. For a man who has not yet lived even a single lifetime, you are a wise man, Van Helsing. Well, I bid you welcome. I am Dracula. I never drink wine.
I think I'll go on.
A father's thing.
Oh, be quiet. Don't encourage.
To die,
known
to
child
be really
expert.
dead,
Oh, God.
must be glorious.
Do you realize this guy spent his entire life in a bedroom watching Dracula
this movie
movies?
over and over
Right.
again.
You know how much you have to watch it to memorize
To
all of it?
memorize it like that. And then,
I alone have come back, not to kill you, to kill your soul. Slow.
nationally, no, I'll just try to slip the news
Go ahead.
between his rants.
But Costello,
Oh, God, I didn't-
we need your brain.
Costello.
We need your
all
brain
the
for the
Dracula
monster,
movies.
Costello.
Wait, what happened?
But I can't give my brain to the monster. Come with me, Wilbur. We need your brain.
Are you telling me that Dracula spoke to you?
The candle moved.
Let me go on.
Come on, that's brilliant.
But tonight, the
but
moon
I'm
will be
trying to
full,
do the
and I'll turn into a werewolf again.
All right.
Okay.
A nationally known child expert says the slaying of John
I
Benet
am a child
Ramsey
expert.
may not have been a sex crime.
It was not a sex crime.
The Rocky Mountain
What do you mean it wasn't a sex crime? Let her talk. Yeah.
that the unnamed expert has read over the Ramsey autopsy and has told investigators that the girl may not have been sexually abused.
Oh.
Again, he laughs. He
Dracula.
suggests her injuries.
I laugh because I am dead. I do not feel the suffering of the living. I do not worry about this John Benet Ramsey. I do not care. I love death. Tell me about people who die, Robin. Tell me about Deborah, queen of evil.
He suggests that her injuries could have been the result of physical abuse.
Visual
Newspaper says
abuse.
Police are considering both
Police.
Police. The newspaper says police are considering both possibilities. Only portions of the autopsy report have been made public.
Talk to me about the autopsy.
They include findings of chronic inflammation and an abrasion in the girl's vaginal area.
I love abrasions in the vaginal area. I love to get these abrasions. What are they? 2 teeth mark.
Oh, dear.
Those little bites in the vagina. They look like 2 insect bites. But it is the bite of the vampire, of the undead, of Nosferatu.
Fort Jefferson, Long Island.
Jefferson. I remember him.
All right, let a little news slip in, will you?
Sherman Hemsley played Jefferson.
George Jefferson. This is Port Jefferson.
Moving on up to the east side to a deluxe apartment in the sky.
Enough.
A 32-year-old Port Jefferson station man is being charged with 2 counts of sodomy and endangering the welfare of a minor. Suffolk County Police
All sodomy.
say, I told you it was going to sound like that. Suffolk Police say 32.
Sodomy. I was once married to
Thomas
sodomy.
Lynch allegedly had
I
sex.
lived in the land of
Come on.
sodomy.
What's the matter with you? You're not even funny anymore. Go ahead.
That never stopped me before.
You don't care.
32-year-old Thomas Lynch
Right.
allegedly had sex with children. Police say he lured children to his home where he performed sex acts on them. Police say Lynch is disabled and was recognized as the National Disabled Athlete of the Year in 1995.
Hey, Robin.
Yes.
There's a rabbi on the phone that wants to yell at Gilbert. You gotta let that go.
Of course we do. Let me just finish this. Police are asking parents in Port Jefferson Station in that area to call police if their kids had any contact with this guy Lynch.
Rabbi?
Hello?
Yes.
Who am I talking with?
Yes.
Hello?
Howard,
Yes.
it's Howard.
Gilbert and Howard. The Rabbi Gottfried.
Yes.
What? He's not a rabbi.
Really?
Have we been duped?
Hold it. Are you a rabbi?
I am a rabbi, the rabbi of the undead. I say Kaddish for all of the people who die and then come back to haunt the earth.
Listen.
What
Yes?
did you think of that rabbi?
Listen.
Yes?
You gonna listen or you gonna shut up?
Go ahead.
Okay, we're listening, Rabbi.
Go ahead, Rabbi.
Okay. First off, the sheet is a myth.
Right.
That doesn't happen.
I don't take sheet off anyone.
No sheet.
No sheet. No sheet, Rabbi.
This is like a mental house.
Don't give me that sheet.
Rabbi Gottfried, is that true? The sheet is a myth?
No.
Oh, no.
Hello?
You are-
Is he really a Jew?
Are you a Jew?
Oh, I knew there was something holding me back. Damn.
Thank you, Rabbi.
He is. Hello?
Yes.
He's a self-hating Jew. That's what we call a self-hating Jew.
He's the king of the self-hating Jews. He does not want to be a Jew, does he? Are you a real Jew?
I'd like to be Swedish, yes.
Why do you say he's a self-hating Jew?
Look at him.
I hate him.
Right.
Well,
Thank you, Rabbi.
I have a song to forgive you for that.
Here's a girl who hates Gilbert.
Oh, no.
Yes, Renee?
Yes, sir.
What's the matter with Gilbert?
Well, first of all, it's been time for the news. You know what I'm saying?
Right, we all enjoy it.
All morning long.
Right.
To do the shtick. He's not funny. I don't find a damn thing funny about him. He's really not funny at all. I don't see.
You're not going to go see him at Caroline's next Wednesday?
I'll never go see him. I don't find the humor in him.
Will you go to Club A?
He's just not funny.
On the 26th?
He's like a 6-year-old child up there just doing shtick because whatever Howard laughs at, he thinks he's funny. So
Right.
It just keeps he just keeps on doing it because every time he laughs.
You are a black woman?
Yes, I am black.
Maybe.
Well, hello there. Well, now listen to me there, missy.
See what I'm saying? Because he said black, now he got to act like a black person.
Well, no, now listen here.
His type of black person. You know, his opinion of a black person.
Well, I just discovered me a Geico counter, and we's gonna be rich, Amos. Now, listen, what is you wearing, young honey?
All right. Thank you for your feelings.
Thank you.
Right.
I don't take that shit.
Go back to the news and really try to do it in a responsible way.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
Let me see you dribble. This is the guy who's going to play Robin tomorrow in basketball, Dominic Barber.
Just dribble up and down the room for a second or two.
You're going to go practice? All right, go ahead. Let me see you dribble. Let me see again. Let me see some more.
That was pretty impressive.
Let me see some more. No shot. Just dribble.
You
dribble.
can't shoot in here.
You can't shoot here.
I never played before,
You never played at all?
but I'll play Gilbert for sure.
Yeah. You never played at all?
Olives.
So go practice, and tomorrow we'll see you.
How about the betting?
What about it?
I'm here for the show
It's a late. Listen to me. You can't come in early for the show, and we can bet.
All right, I'll come back.
Come tomorrow at like I don't know, 8:30.
I can't.
Right, 9 o'clock.
I got so much to do.
Breakfast.
Oh, I gotta have my eggs. I can't.
Come in at 9 o'clock.
But I'm off my whole schedule.
Dominic, 9 o'clock.
I'm going over to Reebok now.
Good. Go ahead.
Off of there. I want to see if I can get a free sneaker from them.
Oh, Reebok, I eat some sneakers.
I gotta get over there.
Yeah, and don't kill yourself today.
Yes,
Go
kill
easy.
himself. What are you talking about?
Nah, you want to have a game.
No, I want him to kill himself today.
Don't you have to go defend the mannequin rapist?
Mannequin rapist.
I gotta defend Hitler. Yeah, I really don't think he did. I think they were the point of the Holocaust, so I'm gonna prove it. Yeah, I really think there was a reason he did it. It might have just been self-defense.
Oh my God.
Hitler.
Yeah, because he's a misunderstood guy.
All right, Dominic tomorrow, Robin. What is this, a free-for-all today?
I know. We've lost control of this show.
I know. Worn out from this show.
Chelsea Clinton is becoming more prominent. I mean, we are seeing her more, and now she's speaking out. She and her mother are on a 2-week tour of Africa.
Let me smell her. Yeah, 2-week tour of Africa.
Yes, they're meeting in Tanzania yesterday with a group.
Well, you say he's in Africa.
All right, let her finish, please. I can't be here all day
With
with
a
this.
group of girls who climbed Africa's tallest mountain, Mrs. Clinton turned over the proceedings to Chelsea.
Mountain? Why would they want to climb the tallest mountain?
Asked about the challenges facing young Americans,
Well,
Chelsea
one thing,
pulled
reading and
no
writing.
punches, according to
That's a
reporters.
big challenge.
She
What did
said
she
the
say?
U.S. has a big problem with drugs and violence.
Well, what's the problem? There ain't enough of it.
And the
That's a big
17-year-old
problem.
first daughter said a lot of young people are also very cynical and hopeless about the future.
Oh, shut up, you stupid thing.
Chelsea said parents and teachers can help by setting standards,
Right.
but she said ultimately we have to do it for ourselves.
Well, the African people are very upset. Here's what they said. Here's a clip. Right.
And I double that. Whatever he says, go double for me, Miffa.
Police on the subways are no longer ticketing passengers for taking up 2 seats. Riders who used to spread out on empty seats had been ticketed $50.
Good.
However, police had been told to use common sense, and if the car is not crowded, people should not be punished for
Right.
using 2 seats.
Dominic's happy.
When the memo went out, the number of summonses was more than halved during the first 2 months of this year. Police ticketed 2,900 people in December
I need
alone,
one chair for each ass cheek.
but only 2,800 in January and February combined.
I gotta go to the mannequin rapist. Hey, it's Charles Manson's coming out too, and I gotta defend him. I think I can get him out.
Staff investigators at the Federal Trade Commission reportedly are pushing for an unfair advertising case against R.J. Reynolds.
Right.
The Wall Street Journal says the agency's director of Consumer Trade Protection is recommending the move, alleging that the company targets kids with its Joe Camel ad campaign.
I don't agree with that.
The official cites a large amount of new evidence about the industry advertising practices that wasn't available when the FTC looked into the matter in 1994.
I don't agree with any of that. I believe, the cigarette industry is so dopey. You know, alcohol, right away they say, listen, it's bad for you, it's going to kill you. Cigarette industry should have just been up front right away and just said, you know what? It kills you. You think anyone would have stopped smoking? No. It kills you. Nicotine is addictive.
They could put a skull and crossbones on the pack and
That's
people would
all.
buy more of them.
They should do that. Should write on the package. It's going to kill you.
I'd like to defend cancer. I think cancer's a good thing.
Thank you, Dominic.
Yeah, I think cancer, people are attacking cancer.
You know, if the cigarette industry just came out and had said, look, we know all of this, so what? Why wouldn't they admit it? What is the big deal? Now they admitted it, so what? What, are we going to punish them? Crazy.
Well, yeah, this is why they're in trouble.
You imagine? Just admit it.
People are saying bad things about cancer. Meanwhile, people are killing cancer. Why do we ever talk about the people?
All right, Gilbert.
Oh,
You were on a roll before, but this is ridiculous. Gilbert Gottfried will be appearing at Caroline's next Wednesday, April 2nd, in Club A in Sayreville, New Jersey on April 26th. You hear more of this. You're not getting enough.
President Bush made his, former President Bush made his jump yesterday.
Oh, yeah, he jumped out of a plane.
He parachuted 12,500 feet in a picture-perfect landing in the Arizona desert.
He didn't jump onto Barbara, I'll tell you that.
Very soft landing.
Right. To jump.
It was a stand-up landing and declared the parachute
to have your
land
body
fully.
splattered on the ground, to be a dead president, to come back and haunt the White House,
The former president was looking
to
for
drink
closure.
the blood of voters all over. The dead president comes back. He is back for blood and the flesh of the voters.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Dracula Gottfried.
Anyway, Bush is 72 years old, and this is only the second time he's jumped out of a plane. The first time was when he had to jump out of his bomber.
Yes.
Back in World War II.
That's some 70-year-old Bush.
Weirdo.
Rapper
Biggie Smalls is experiencing
Well, how do you do? I'm
lot
Biggie
of
Smalls.
success
he's
after
dead now.
death.
Okay, oh, I'm sorry.
He is dead.
He's back. Biggie Smalls is back.
His
They
new
tried to
album
kill
is
him, but
called
they could not do it.
Life After Death, Howard, and it was released yesterday.
To live
after he was
death.
killed in a drive-by
To be like
shooting.
Biggie Small and live after you die.
Record stores all over New York reported brisk sales.
Costello bought it. I want to buy a Biggie Small album. Yes, Costello, but first we use your brain for the monster.
Ronald Reagan went rollerblading in his closet yesterday.
Garth Brooks, the
Yeah.
country singer, is coming back to New York. He's going to announce today that he's going to give a free concert in Central Park,
Yeah, who would pay?
probably the North Meadow, sometime over the summer.
New Yorkers don't care about Garth Brooks. He couldn't get anyone to pay, so he's doing it for free. Like Gilbert's 2 shows over at the Carolines and Club Monet.
We'll
I'm just
be
telling
giving
you
out
what
free
happened.
dishes.
Did he offer to clean up also?
They usually have to put in a certain amount of money for cleanup.
Best Garth Brooks appearance I ever saw was on that show Fox After 5. Al Rosenberg had that puppet. Garth Brooks was talking about how he loves his wife, and the puppet came up behind his shoulder and started harassing him. It was great. Yeah, you love your wife. You love your wife. Good.
O.J. Simpson is seeking a new trial in that
O.J.
long death suit, so we could have O.J. 3.
O.J. 3.
Just under the wire, his...
A man who kills and leaves blood on the Bronco.
What about that blood on the Bronco?
It was blood on the Bronco. He should have licked it all up. He would have had no evidence there. If it was me, I would have drank up all of the blood, so no one would have known. And I would not leave a glove.
You would not leave a glove?
I would not leave a glove.
What would you leave?
I would leave the skin of the victims.
That would be all that was left.
The skin of the victims.
When you kill a victim,
yes,
you even use the urine to attract other victims. Isn't that true?
Yes.
Every part is used except the skin.
Every part. If not, it's a waste.
Right.
You see, if you're going to go through the trouble of killing someone, you got to use every part.
Dracula Gottfried, do you know Nicole? Have you met her?
Very nice woman. Yes, a very nice woman.
Right.
Anyway.
No, wait a second. I'm not through
She's got
talking.
something to say, right?
Wait a second.
You got something to say.
In fact, I hypnotized her to leave her sunglasses.
In the restaurant.
In the
Mezzaluna.
restaurant. So that it would be two. Mezzaluna, queen of the undead. Mezzaluna, the queen of Satan.
Anyway.
Mezzaluna.
All right, thank you. All right, that's it. Yeah, everyone's fed up.
Dead horse.
Lawyers, OJ's lawyers squeaked in right under the deadline to say that they have come up with new evidence, and they've also discovered 12 judicial errors that prevented him from getting a fair trial.
I'd like to have two more.
They've also asked the judge to reduce the amount of damages.
Well, how can I reduce the damages? I already cut their heads off.
Yeah.
What can I do? Sew them back on?
The $33.5
How is I supposed to reduce the damage?
To the families of Nicole Simpson and Ron Goldman.
Right.
Is excessive.
Right.
So they're asking for that to be lowered. Daniel Petruccelli, who is the lawyer for the Goldman family, said that we can only assume if they found new evidence that it's incriminating.
Right. Yeah, what new evidence?
First, explain to me what incriminating means.
Anything else in the news, Rob?
More Americans are marrying outside of their racial groups, according to census data.
See, Cuba Gooding Jr. is married to a white woman.
University of Michigan researchers compared the number of interracial marriages listed in the 1990 census with those in the previous
Black people who marry white women.
They found that 8% of black men between the ages of 25 and 34
oh, it scares me.
But I want to hear the statistic.
Were married to someone of another race, compared with fewer than 2% in the 1940s and 50s.
Now, what is the statistic? How many black men are married to white women?
8%.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Dracula Gottfried.
Yes. Among white men in the same category, about 4% were married to someone of another race, compared with about 1% in the 1940s and 50s. The percentage of black women aged 25 to 34 married in the 1990 census to someone of another race was 4%, compared with 1% in the 40s and 50s. And among white women in the same category, 3%
white women
to someone of another race.
Say that again, white women.
1% in
Ooh,
those 2
I
decades.
like them white women.
Gilbert, would you ever marry outside your race?
I'd marry outside my species.
Gilbert isn't dating outside his apartment.
Doesn't have to be human, I'll marry.
Right.
And tomorrow on Oprah, you can see
Ooh, I
Robert.
like that big fat ass.
Yeah.
Yummy. Hungry.
On Oprah, you can see Robert Urich, who will be talking
Robert's urine?
No, Robert Urich, who will be talking about his battle with cancer.
Oprah now just interviews celebrities. She stopped doing that for a while. Now that's all she had Val Kilmer and Elizabeth Shue on last night.
Is that right?
Yeah, but Sally Jesse's kicking her ass.
Is that true?
I
In
think
New York
so.
or all over the country?
This is just my gut feeling.
Because I just saw the ratings, and she was like third behind Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune.
Sally Jesse?
A third behind.
Oh, Oprah.
Oprah.
She has a third behind. You know, Sally Jesse had this really good show. I mean, it was, filled with idiots. Just like, guys who are happy to cheat on their wives.
Yeah,
and, you know what I mean?
I know. I saw a Sally show last week where they had these women come on and they'd say yes. It was the girlfriends of these women who are like held hostage by their husbands.
Right on.
They get beaten.
Yes.
And they are
Best television.
Slaves.
Yes.
And then the guy's back in a sealed room. He doesn't know why he's there.
Yeah, he thinks he's there for romance.
And so then the woman comes out and tells all this stuff about the wife can't use the phone, she doesn't get any money, she can't drive the car, and then they bring the guy out.
Yeah, and he gets
for
booed.
the audience to yell and scream at him.
What the hell does that mean?
Then I'm watching Val Kilmer make no sense on Oprah.
Well, that makes sense.
And Elizabeth Shue talking about what a great guy he is.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oprah Winfrey will talk to Robert Urich about his cancer, and former
how's your cancer?
MTV VJ
Why are they saying bad things about cancer for?
Karen Duffy will also be there. She has some kind of an illness.
No kidding. I was going to marry her.
Some kind of a brain disease, I heard,
Yeah.
that is incurable.
You told me she didn't have a brain.
Well, that's what happened to it.
Maybe you were right.
No.
You told me none of the VJs have brains.
No, she just got married, and then it was announced that
Really?
she has this brain disease that can't be cured.
So can you get out of the marriage if a woman...
I was going to ask you. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. But what do you look at her and you say brain disease? What do you think? Marry her?
I think I could ask her out.
I think it's perfect. I think you go with her, you're with her, or have some sex, and then when she dies, is she going to die?
I don't know if it kills you. It might just, leave you mental or something. I don't know what the disease is.
Why don't they give her Costello's brain?
He will put the brain of the monster in her.
Dracula Gottfried.
That's tomorrow.
Yes? Can you help Miss Duffy with her brain?
I will help her.
What will you do?
I will take the brain out of her body and put it into the monster's body. And then put Costello's brain in her body. So then she could do who's on first. Talk to me, Miss Duffy. What's the guy's name on first base? What's the guy's name on second base? I'm not asking you who's on second, who is on first. Do you have someone in third base? I'll break your arm, you say, who's on third base.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Dracula Gottfried. Dracula Gottfried. So you're saying you can help the BJ?
By putting Costello's brain. I don't want to be in... I don't want my brain in Karen Duffy's body. Please, Mr. Dracula. Costello, calm down. It will make you immortal. Then I will drink your blood. And I will cut your head off like O.J. I will slice your head off. Then someone will come to return Costello's sunglasses. And
All right. Okay.
Oh, dear.
I got to go mix my song for tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, Boris Karloff is calling.
What is it?
I just got to tell you,
What?
we have voicemail here now.
Yeah.
So I just checked my voicemail. I'm telling you, man, Gilbert elicits the worst in people.
I know.
You should hear what
They hate him.
Get that Jew off the air.
Right.
He's only funny when he does Seinfeld.
How did they know I was a Jew?
Maybe because you're loud.
Some guy goes, my whole office is turning the dial. We hate this Gilbert.
I don't care, man. I still think Dracula Gottfried's funny.
Dracula Gottfried is a riot.
That's it. Screw everybody. I'll continue to piss everyone off and have Gilbert on.
Mina.
Oh, Gilbert all upset. He listens more hate phone calls than any guest.
I live for hatred. Hated, despised.
So they all called him a Jew?
Some of them do, yeah.
When we come back, we'll do the news. Gilbert Gottfried, the famous comedian, who now is the star of...
Parrot
and star of Hollywood Squares. Well, he behaves on Hollywood Squares.
He's so nice. Yeah.
You want to bring Gilbert in now? Even though we got to take a break, let him introduce himself? Okay. All right, go ahead.
He's so nice on that show. He's trying to be a part of the group.
So he's probably got it saved up. Gilbert's a parrot on some cartoon. But he's also on Hollywood Squares, and he's like...
He even dresses nicer. Look at
Yeah, now he's dressing like a Hollywood Square. I think he has a fashion consultant.
New haircut.
A new hairstyle.
Oh, it's all different.
And you know what? We give Gilbert, we don't have any food here and stuff. We give him water because it's free.
Yeah.
He has two bottles.
Bottles of water.
Yeah, 3 bottles. Anything that's free.
I'm turning the bottles in for the 5-cent deposit after.
Gilbert comes in like a camel, drinks for and then that happens for 2 months until he comes back.
Drink anymore.
And give me water.
Yeah.
You're on Hollywood Squares how often now?
Yes.
I see you on all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is going on? They must love you.
You must be very popular.
I guess I'm the new Paul Lynd.
Yeah, I mean, you're really becoming are you now a regular?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you're an animal. Were you also like me? I used to think he was straight, but he just acted crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
As a child, I just thought he was a wacky guy.
But don't go by me. I thought Liberace was.
Oh, yeah.
I really believed.
No.
I would.
No.
I did.
Somehow I knew there was something going on.
No, I was a kid, and he'd come out in a gown and jewels and a cape, and I'd go to my mom. And Mike Douglas, I used to watch the Mike Douglas show all the time. And Mike Douglas would say, Lee, he called him. Yeah. Lee, you're such a great guy. You're such a great catch. When will you? And I don't think Mike Douglas realized.
The biggest mystery to me was how you got Lee out of Liberace.
Yeah, but Lee, when are you going to get married? You have so much to give a woman. Well, Mike, I have not, with my touring schedule. The guy's 50 years old. He's an old queen. He's like,
and his eyes are pulled up to his forehead.
Yeah, and I'm like an idiot.
I get so many women out on the road. It's hard to settle down.
Yeah, till you meet the right one. You know.
But I want to try all of them.
He's a womanizer. Do you think Ricky Martin is waiting for the right woman?
Are you dancing the Vida Loca? You are. Now, does your sister dance the Vida Loca? What's her name?
You know, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm on the road 365 days a year, and you meet so many great ladies. But it's hard to meet the right one.
Why, with all those women, I can't keep it in my pants.
My sequins are all stained. It's unbelievable.
I get so much klooky.
What about just white women or...
Oh, doesn't matter. I'll bang the colored ones also. Sometimes those colored chambermaids come in.
Is that right?
Those big, fat, colored chambermaids. They're the ones that turn me on. Those real Aunt Jemima-looking ones. Those big, fat, 300-pound Aunt Jemimas. They'll come in with their big black butts. That's what turns me on. And their big droopy breasts. That's what I like.
Lee.
I like when they don't have any teeth either. Those 90-year-old, 300-pound black chambermaids.
Get married.
Those colored chambermaids. When they come in, they're the ones that turn me on.
So, Lee, you'll never get married, or you're gonna get married one day?
Yeah, when the right kloogie comes along.
Right. And what about that guy you hang around with, Boober? That looks very odd.
Oh, he's just my accountant.
Boober.
Yes. He's my accountant. He likes to dress in tight clothes just because it helps him move around quicker while he's doing my books. But you just give me those 500-pound colored chambermaids. That's what I want, Mike.
All right, so Gilbert is here.
Della Reese is my idea of a woman.
Right. So you're the new Paul Lynd on Hollywood Square.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what he's here to say.
I once heard, I think David Brenner said it, that I'm not sure where it was that Paul Lynd, not only being an old queen and an alcoholic. Well, he's dead. He can't sue. Yes, that he was also like viciously anti-Semitic. And he would get drunk during lunch hour, and he'd go, "Oh, those miserable Jews." You know the reason I don't have a career now? Stinking Jews in Hollywood. Those money-hungry Jews. They don't care about quality.
So he was an old queen who was...
Just what did he think he could do with it?
An anti-Semitic old queen. You know, all the drunken homos blame the Jews.
Which roles did he miss? Why did they pass him over?
I could have been in Gone with the Wind. Those no-good kikes held me back.
Sounds like Jackie.
The kikes! The stinking kikes! Those parrot jokes! Those blood-sucking Jews! They're lucky I can't sell my tape!
You know, your comedy is so full of anger. Have you ever been in psychotherapy? Have you ever indulged in...
costs money.
Oh, that's right. What if we get you free psychotherapy? Would you go? You would.
Do that.
And you've changed your hairstyle. It is now like Mo from Three Stooges.
Sort of a Caesar.
Is someone advising you on your look? Because you look fabulous.
Yeah.
Really.
You.
You know, you're like Julius Gottfried.
Yeah.
Are you straightening your hair? Because it used to be much curlier.
Well, no. Now that it's shorter.
It just lays flat that. Just paste it to your head.
This is really like an interview at Entertainment Tonight.
Is that a free haircut?
Yeah. Yes, it was.
Right. You look like a George Clooney.
Yes.
With that hair.
It's sort of like he said it was a free haircut, so he just had him cut it down because then he won't need a haircut for him.
But it must be nice when you run and work out in the gym.
Oh,
it's easy to maintain.
When I bench press.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get my hair
He's
sweaty.
a swimmer now. That's
You know, you're starting to look like Joe Piscopo.
Oh, God.
very buff.
Very buff. You're very dangerously too close to Joe Piscopo.
But, you know, Howard, I'm just a regular Jersey kind of guy, you know?
Yeah, good. You're not kidding. You haven't left the house in years. So, all right, when we come back, I want to ask you about Hollywood Squares. I want to ask what goes on behind the scenes.
How did you become a radio?
Yeah, I mean, this is a fascinating story. A fascinating Hollywood success story.
Real story behind it.
Way to go, 40 years in the business, and now you're Hollywood Squares.
That's a shot.
Congratulations on all your success. All right, Gilbert's here, and then Gilbert will sit with us for the news. He loves to comment on world events.
Yes.
And
he's thought about it a long time.
Yeah.
He's got a lot to say.
In fact, this will be the first time he heard about Kosovo. We'll be back right after these words.
Let's take a peek at the other side as Howard channels King Elvis.
I love Cajun food.
Well, what was your favorite kind of food?
I like all my food blackened. The same way that bitch Priscilla like her men. She don't take off with a Negro karate instructor.
You know, I heard he wasn't a Negro, Elvis.
Well, he looks like a Negro to me. And I'm as dumb as the lump of the flesh on the back of my mama's neck. So I think he was Negro, so he's Negro.
Okay.
And don't kill the bit. You know, talking about that lump on the back of my mama's neck. I used to... My mama, her name was Gladys, you know.
Yeah.
And I used to stroke the lumpy flesh on the back of my mama's neck.
Oh.
You know, I once drew a happy face on her lumpy boil.
No.
Yeah, a little happy face, and I would rub it. I'm telling you.
Well, you see your mother up there now. You're reunited with her.
Her name Gladys, my mama.
Yes. And your dad was Vernon.
Yeah, but we had a nickname for my mama.
What was that?
We called her Pig.
No.
Easy to see why he was hero to zillions. Now, let's all hail the new king, Howard Stern.
K-Rock.
Kennedy, 2-3.
K-Rock.
The Howard Stern Show.
Hi, Mark Harris here. You know, the husband of the late Martha Ray. I just want you all to know that I support Casey Armstrong in his quest to grow a stylish beard. Of course, stylish. I love style. You go, Casey. Don't listen to these negative people on the Howard Stern Show. Go. Your facial hairs is yours. Do what you want. To be grown in any way that you want, including whatever you desire.
Get rid of this.
Gay about your beard, Casey.
All right, can we get rid of that one?
By the way, Casey.
Shave.
All left. Actually, you were young when I was your age.
Absolutely devoid of talent.
And now, here's the only guy I didn't sleep with, Howard Stern.
Cut that one down to just say, and now here's the only guy I never slept with, Howard Stern. Cut out everything about Casey's beard. Because that guy's a talent vacuum. Gilbert Gottfried is here. He must be promoting something. Oh, see Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club.
Boy, give us some advance notice.
Is that the only one that you work at Caroline's? I never see you working anywhere else. You like that?
As far as New York, yeah.
Right. That's your place.
Giggles and Chuckles other places.
Yeah. No, I've done those. Yeah.
He'll do whatever.
He's.
Has your price gone up, sir? Has your attendance gone up at these concerts since you started doing Hollywood Squares? No.
I guess.
Really?
I don't know. I get recognized
Gilbert
more from
goes on stage with his eyes closed, so he doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, that is unusual.
I get more kikes in. Stinking miserable kikes. Hitler had the right idea. Should have wiped them all out.
You know, maybe I ought to set up that premise again. People might just be tuning in.
Oh, yes. Paul Lynd was anti-Semitic.
Well, yes. Gilbert was saying that he had heard that Paul Lynd, in addition to being homosexual and an alcoholic,
yes,
that he perhaps was very anti-Semitic. That's right.
No good stinking Jews.
For tickets, call 212-757-4100. It'd be funny to hear a drunken old queen's mouth off about the Jews. And it's so ironic because here's a gay man who was probably the victim of discrimination, and yet he would discriminate against the Jews, right?
None of those Jewish fags would have sex with me.
You couldn't get in with the Velvet Mafia, huh? So, Gilbert, tell me a little something before we start the news real quick here. Yeah, because, you know, people can't take too much of you.
Gilbert in small Jersey. Is that what people are saying?
Will you ever do an anti-Semitic parrot on your cartoon show?
Oh, yes.
You will.
Yeah. A big hook beak.
Gilbert, so when did you get the call for Hollywood Squares first? I mean, because it seems to me that you did it once and you were such a big hit now.
You called them
them, or did they?
Did you beg them?
I think they called me.
They called you.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Yeah, I know.
And who calls you? Whoopi Goldberg or someone else?
Whoever the producers are.
And I guess Whoopi Goldberg, that is her show.
Yes.
Yeah, she's in charge. So she must have been the one who thinks you're funny and wants you on and on and on and on again a million times, right?
I hope so.
Right.
Or do they run the names by her and she just didn't object to you?
Yeah, like the one that's the least object.
And I know you do an offensive kingfish type of voice. Do you ever
do it on the...
Yeah.
Well, hello there.
Hello there. Whoopee. You
do that on Hollywood Square?
Yeah, I just found myself a Geico counter.
Or does he have limits?
We's gonna be rich.
Did Whoopi say to you, don't do that voice, it's offensive to me?
No, it's never come up.
You haven't used that impression yet.
Yeah.
You played a little safer on there. You have to know your audience as a comedian, and you know that that's more of a mainstream type television show, so you avoid black and Jewish humor.
After his last foray into nationwide television, I guess he learned his lesson.
Yeah. He screwed up at the Emmys.
Oh, with the masturbation.
Yeah, the masturbation material.
Yes.
So now what happens? You tape all 5 shows for the week in one day. Is that correct?
Yes.
And from what I understand... From what I understand, he's been on... How many... I mean, you've done...
A bunch.
A bunch. You're on all the time.
Yeah.
And you and the teenage witch seem to be...
Hitting it off?
Who is the woman that's on all the time?
Oh,
the witch?
Caroline Ray.
Yeah. Is she funny?
Yeah, well, she's the aunt of the teenage witch.
Right. And you and her seem to be regulars. Whoopi is obviously a regular.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Who were you on with last? The Baldwin brothers?
Oh, the Baldwin brothers?
It seems that they're always on with the Baldwin brothers, Gilbert is.
So when is the last time you did the Hollywood Squares?
A few weeks ago.
And who was on with you? Anybody? Is it fun meeting the famous people? I know you're a fan. Do you get their autograph?
The last time was this classic TV week.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Mm. And how did you fit into that? I don't understand.
I know.
You're not on any classic television.
Yeah, I was getting kind of scared of doing that one. And they said, no, you're one of the regulars.
Right, and when I did the Hollywood Squares, I did it a long time ago before this incarnation. And I went on the Hollywood Squares, and they would give you the answers.
Oh, yeah.
They'd give you funny answers.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm revealing anything they don't want you to know. Or maybe they don't want you to know.
It's not like a big quiz show scandal.
Yeah, no, I think they do give you the real answers.
Give you the real answer?
But they give you a fake answer.
They give you a fake answer. If you wanted the real answer, you could find it out easy.
And do you enjoy using the jokes that these writers give you to say? Or you ignore them pretty much?
Yeah, sometimes I ignore it. Sometimes I do. Depends if I have any energy that day.
Right, I see.
Sometimes I don't even know what the joke is, and I'll read it off the page.
Right. And Whoopi Goldberg...
run out of energy after, like, game 3 or something, and then you start using theirs?
You don't really care.
Where, after all, if it sounds like a joke.
Right, and Whoopi Goldberg loves to talk and hear herself talk in her square. And loves to go on and on and on.
Do you get what she's saying? Because you laugh.
Yeah, well, he has to. This is a good gig, because do they pay you more than the other people because you've now become a regular?
I don't know how much they're getting.
But do you have a special contract with Hollywood Squares, or do you
you had the guest contract, and then did you get a better one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of hired to be a regular. Yeah. So you can't even badmouth Whoopi anymore.
Yeah.
Look how scared he is of Whoopi.
If I do, I'll be back on USA. Yeah.
I know. And sometimes you're in the square directly below Whoopi. Does she ever fart on you? Or pass wind? No.
I like when they have those guests who are afraid to say the joke altogether.
Yeah, right. I like when the guests Whoopi has a weird move.
Yeah.
The guy will ask a question. Whoopi, when people say that they're verklempt, what does that mean? And then Whoopi will go, honey, I don't want to hear the answer to this. Because they really don't even have an answer, right?
Yeah, well, sometimes they'll get these people that are afraid to say the joke, so they'll go, and who was the first president of the United States? And they'll go, Ronald McDonald. No, that's just a joke.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Nobody
you don't know.
Yeah. Like they're afraid they might appear stupid.
Right.
Yeah. But Whoopi will do things like he'll say, Whoopi, who was the silent mariner? I don't know who he was, but he's at my house.
Yeah. He's there throwing up.
And everybody goes, ooh.
Ooh, sexually crazy.
Charged.
Wow. So who's harder to be around, Rhonda Shearer or Whoopi? You work with some weird people.
Sounds like a tie.
Yeah. It's an evil laugh. And what happens, I know that when I was there, they take a break between shows, and then you go into a green room and eat lunch, for example.
Oh, yeah.
And all the celebrities all the squares will go and eat lunch together.
There's a big cafeteria.
That's where Paul Lynd would do his anti-social.
And what do you do? Do you
I sit there, get drunk, and go, stinking kites. They're the reason I can't get movies.
So do you sit and talk to the other celebrities?
Oh, sometimes.
You do?
Yeah, depending on who they are.
Do you sit with Whoopi? Who do you sit? Whose table do you sit
Sometimes I'll sit with Whoopi, sometimes whoever.
And
The Baldwin brothers?
Maybe Whoopi will give you show business advice or
You sit with Coolio?
Oh, yeah. Coolio hang. Yeah, hey, Coolio.
I'm going to kill you.
Oh, kill that white boy.
I hate you. You ain't funny.
Yeah, no good white boy.
So that's exciting for you. And the lunch is free?
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay.
Oh, and last time I was on the show, there was some woman who crashed her car saying that she was listening to the Stern Show when I was doing Dracula.
Right.
Interviewing O.J., asking black people if they thought O.J. was guilty.
Right, so, of course, they didn't put that on the show, did they?
No, they didn't.
They didn't.
No.
They cut that out.
Yeah.
Right. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Somebody had something nice to say about us.
Right, so we had to hit rid of it. The floor. Hit the editor's floor.
O.J. Dracula? What's that?
Holy mackerel.
Let's stick to the sexual double entendre.
He's at my house.
And did you hear that Steven Spielberg adopted a black child? Did you know that?
I think Gilbert is getting politically correct.
Hey, son, yes. Yes. All right, let's do some news. Gilbert Gottfried's here. Go see him at Caroline's. Sometimes he's very funny. For a ticket call, more often than not, he'll be funny.
Yes.
You can catch him on a good night.
Yeah.
212-757-4100. Do you find that women now are more attracted to you because you're on Hollywood Squares? That's a big show.
Oh, yeah.
Do they recognize you more?
Oh, yes.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You still with that girlfriend, or are you mad? Didn't she call in the last time?
Did you get rid of her because she called in?
Did you break up with her?
Oh, no. It's helped the relationship a lot. Yeah.
I know you don't like that. And, all right, let's take one call for Gilbert and then start the news. That's only fair. Yes, Liz, you're on the air.
Hi, Howard.
Yes.
Hi, Gilbert.
Hello.
You suck, okay?
Okay.
Well,
she's right.
What?
She's right.
Oh, Gilbert, Gilbert.
You don't have any other comedy spots except for one.
No, Gilbert, you looked very hurt when the woman said, I saw the look of pain in your face.
My eyes are watering.
You're just a 24-year-old woman, and women are not attracted to him because he's on the Hollywood Squares.
No, Gilbert does get women, and I hate to break burst your bubble, but he does.
That boy?
He gets a lot of women. I mean, aside from his on-air persona, this guy, women want him because he's wealthy. He doesn't spend any money.
For money, yeah. Put a bag over his head and he's good for the night, but...
Look, and obviously he must be a great lover. These women do fall in love with him.
And the last time I was on the show, that one girl thought I had a gigantic penis.
Right.
Yeah.
Then she thought wrong.
Well, have you slept with Gilbert?
No, don't even have plans to.
You don't even know anything about it.
How do you know he's not the world's greatest lover?
No, a lot of the comedians are very sensitive.
I know. I've experienced myself.
You're never going to get married, are you? Are you ever going to get married?
Oh, yeah, I really think of settling down, having kids.
And having kids.
I think that's the most important thing.
No, you know that you're going to be alone the rest of your life, right? And you have no problem with that.
No.
I have a scenario for you. Suppose Gilbert actually, now he's got this gig on Hollywood Squares.
Right.
And then some producer suddenly sees something, and they put Gilbert in one of these TV sitcoms.
He'll screw it up.
And he
of course.
No, there's no screw-ups this time. He becomes a major, angry, mean old star.
Right. Like Paul Lynd.
Yes.
Miss Triple Kikes.
And then...
Kill them all.
You know, he's like very
round them up and kill them. Those stinking Jews. They're all parasites.
He's got to keep himself apart from everybody. So finally he has to get some beautiful, stunning woman to come live with him and marry him. And she wants to have children.
No, I don't think it'll happen.
Gilbert has a family.
No, Gilbert is a bachelor.
Never will happen.
Right. All right, let's forget about Gilbert for a minute and get ourselves this Gilbert's sad life. Doomed to be alone the rest of his life. Now, you were very burdened as a young child, and I know that this is a nice lifestyle for you to be free
be alone.
of responsibility.
Yes.
And do you, seriously, it's summertime now. I see you do have a little color in your face.
Yes.
Like Memorial Day weekend, what do you do? Did you go out somewhere? Did you go to Long Island
No.
and the beach?
Stay
No.
on the roof.
Did you stay in Manhattan?
Yeah.
And what do? You just sit in your apartment?
Pretty much.
Is that true?
Sometimes I go outside.
Where do you go? Do
Yeah.
you eat a
Do
restaurant?
you go to restaurants?
No.
No.
Yeah.
the beach on TV.
You still order?
Yeah.
You watch the beach on TV?
He goes to the MTV dance party.
Then I splash water on myself.
But what do
Act
you
like
do?
I'm
Did
swimming.
you have friends that did you go to the shore or anything?
No, I
Nothing.
didn't go to the shore. Didn't
Are
do a
you
thing.
with your girlfriend?
Yeah. Didn't
Yeah.
do anything.
You just hung out?
Yeah.
Had sex?
Yeah. Yeah.
He comes over
Just
and hangs out with you.
She gets to be in your apartment with
Yeah.
you. How great is that?
What are those conversations like? What do we do tonight, Gilbert?
Do you drink at
Why
all?
don't you just come over here?
Oh, no.
No, not for the whole weekend?
Can you imagine how pathetic I'd be if I drank?
Do you smoke pot? Do you ever do weed?
No, not
no
for
weed.
years.
No.
No,
you used to do pot.
years ago, when I was like a teenager.
Right. That was a lot of years ago.
Yeah, or like also
years ago.
20s too.
Right.
Yeah.
You did smoke some weed.
Yeah, and then I'd start getting incredibly happy, wonder why I was happy, and then get all depressed.
Well, it sounds perfectly normal. You know, you sound like Larry from the Three Stooges. He had the same problem. Yeah. All right, let's...
I'm freaking out. Mo, I'm seeing things again. I think I got things crawling on me.
Do you think ecstasy would be good for
It's Curly's hand on your ass.
Yeah.
What?
Do you think ecstasy would be good for Gilbert?
No, I don't think anything's good for Gilbert.
Good.
I don't
People drug.
I don't know. Nothing's good for Gilbert. Gilbert's unhappy. That's all right. So am I.
I think he beat you in the unhappiness.
Yeah, I think I actually have a lot more happiness than Gilbert.
You're a laugh riot.
Right. I'm a party animal. Let's do some news, Robin. I know Gilbert's anxious to understand what's going on.
Well, Gilbert.
You chocolate beauty, you really like my views. And I get a big boner whenever you do the news. I get a run from your news. I don't take stuff from your news.
Boy, you're good.
Yes, I am.
Wow.
This is the song Ringo turned down.
Do you ever go to concerts? Do you like any kind of music that's going on today?
Not really, no.
Nothing.
No.
No. Never listen. She's hot, right?
Yeah.
She's 17.
Yeah.
You would go out with her.
Yeah. Anyone who plays that schoolgirl thing is fine with me.
Right.
Music lover.
You have a stereo. I mean, does he listen to music or is it all TV stuff?
He's a big Def Leppard fan.
I see.
Yeah.
Although, just recently, as far as those masturbation stories that came back to me.
Yeah.
Years ago, I always used to stay up late to watch horror films.
Right.
And
because you can actually quote.
He loves
Yes.
her.
If I asked you right now to do the entire Dracula movie for us, you could do it, couldn't you?
I am Dracula. I bid you welcome. Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make. A spider spinning his web for an unwary prey. The blood is the life, Mr. Enfield. I never drink wine.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
So go on. He used to stay up late.
To be really dead must be glorious. There are far worse things awaiting man than death. For a man who's not yet lived even a single lifetime, you are a wise man, Van Helsing.
That's funny. Would you ever consider, if I got the financing together to play Dracula on Broadway? Would you do it?
Could he keep a straight face for the whole
Could you do it just like that?
Why not?
You could.
Yeah.
You would be willing to discuss that with us.
See, now you are going to make him a big star.
I am.
Yeah.
I would go see that play every night.
Dracula on Hollywood Square.
No, forget Hollywood Squares. I'm talking about with beautiful women, a whole play, a Broadway play built around you as Dracula.
Yeah, they did it before. Do it again.
I will use your brain, Wilbur.
You can even do the Abbott and Costello.
Yes.
Abbott and Costello. Albert and Costello. Abbott and Costello.
You say you saw the candle move? Oh, look at this. Dracula rises from his coffin every night to drink the blood of the living. Now, you believe this stuff?
She never talks.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. He was going somewhere, but I forget where the conversation was going.
You gotta help me. Tonight I will turn into a wolf when the moon is full. You and a million other guys.
Oh, come on. Don't interrupt. This was jamming for our Broadway show.
Our 50-hour show. 20 minutes earlier.
News. I have no news.
I have no news.
Billy.
I have nothing. No news. No current events.
Billy Barty.
No papers.
Remember him from The Wizard of Oz, Billy Barty?
You know, I did that voice on a Superman cartoon.
Wait, which one?
I did that Mistress Picklake on 2 Superman, so they had me as the leader of his planet.
Yes.
So they asked me to do the Dracula voice.
No kidding.
As the leader.
Well, that's good news.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you keep that story to yourself?
Yeah, okay.
All right,
So I was staying up late. I used to stay up late and watch horror films.
Yes.
So I caught the end of one news show that had some girl riding a killer whale.
Right.
And the killer whale attacked her, and when they pulled her out of the water, she didn't have her bathing suit on.
That's cool.
I remember I missed the whole beginning of Phantom of the Opera.
Right.
Because they had to run back into bed and take care of that.
Really? Is that your first masturbation experience?
Out of the water.
Yeah. And they were talking about, she's like losing blood. She could possibly lose her leg. And I just saw her ass.
Right, and that was enough.
But they just recently showed that.
Yeah.
On When Good Pets Go Bad on
really?
Fox.
See, that's why women don't...
So I'm just saying, if Fox is there, send me that clip without the pixelation.
It's so weird what men fantasize about because, you see, women don't understand. Women need, like, when women pleasure themselves, they think about a guy and how he talks and what he talks about.
Romantic.
It's romantic. A guy, like, I could just look at a woman's ass for 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
And finish off.
Even if she's almost dead.
And here,
I could look at a dead body and finish.
They dragged her out. Her leg was ripped open and bleeding.
But you saw,
her ass.
Yeah. That's pornography.
Yeah. And I've been looking for that clip for years now. And when they pixelated it.
Really? Oh, that's not right.
Oh, it was...
So if Fox is listening, send me that clip. Non-pixelated.
I can get that for you.
Yeah?
Anyway, I'll say it one more time. Billy Barty, the veteran...
I want Fox to send me that clip. And I want to see the ass.
All right,
they
come on.
showed the ass back
Let's
then.
do a little news.
Okay, I'm sorry.
was hurt on Friday.
On Good Pets Go Bad.
Billy...
Would you let me talk?
And that's a larger penis.
He was hurt in a scooter accident.
Well, that's like a motorcycle to him.
Performing at California's Garden Grove Strawberry Festival.
Wow.
The 74-year-old Barty apparently crashed on an outdoor stage, sending him head first onto concrete stairs.
Wow.
The festival director said he fractured his eye socket. Will you stop it, Gilbert?
He drove off the ping pong table.
This is a 74-year-old man.
You know, he's the president of the Little People's Association.
Oh.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey, get out of my work. Oh! We want to welcome you to the life.
Oh, my goodness.
Right.
So let's hope he gets
What is it, Camille?
Gilbert's the funniest guest you have. I crack up from the minute he gets in to the minute he leaves.
Oh, he's
second funny.
Don't encourage him.
Yeah.
Oh, I love him. Anybody that doesn't like him, there's something wrong with him. He's so funny.
Of course he's funny. I wouldn't have him on if he wasn't funny.
The Dracula bit is the one that gets me so bad every time.
Yeah, Dracula's the best.
Oh, God.
That's, I'm telling you, I'm putting him on Broadway. I'm not kidding about it. I want to talk to you about that.
I love him. He has the greatest sense of humor.
Thank you. You know what's great about Gilbert when you do business with him? You don't have to negotiate with his agent because he won't pay an agent. You take advantage of him.
Well, does he do his own negotiation, or does
Sure.
he say yes to whatever you offer?
Yeah, whatever. Free anything. He'll take it.
The worst is naming a price and they go, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
yeah.
You want me to work?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to be a parrot?
When they take your first offer?
I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Billy Barty's injured. That's a sad story.
Yeah, that's really is sad. You know, all kidding aside.
You know, there's
It's very sad.
They already tested the reading skills of New York fourth graders, and of course, practically everybody failed. And now they have to take a math test.
Uh-oh. That could be trouble.
So this is, I guess, eighth graders are taking the math test. Here's an eighth grade question.
All right, go ahead.
A construction worker normally mixes 1 gallon of cement powder to 2 gallons of water.
1 gallon of cement, what?
1 gallon of cement powder to 2 gallons of water.
I already am confused.
I don't get it.
For a 2 by 4 foot sidewalk square. Today,
Okay, I'm writing it
I
down.
love it's even politically correct. Today, she needs to triple the recipe in order to do her job for the new walkway. What is the total square footage she will be able to cover with the tripled cement mixture?
That's fourth grade?
Easy. Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't know. I don't know that.
Wait, what's the cement mixer? What's this girl working with a cement mixer for?
I don't have it. I'm sure Jackie does. He's a mathematician. What's the answer,
I
Jackie?
got lost listening to Gilbert, but I think 24, but I'm not sure.
24?
No, wouldn't it be 12?
Well, if you know, why'd you ask? I was listening to Gilbert.
We're not cement mixers in here.
Okay, here's the fourth grade.
We make people laugh for a living.
Kathy receives $10 every month for her allowance.
Well, what does she do for the $10?
She has saved
Ask me about Steven Spielberg's Black Sun, and I can make you laugh.
saved half of
Wait,
her
start again.
allowance.
I want to do this. Go ahead.
She gets $10 every month for allowance.
Some girl gets $10 every month.
She has saved half of her allowance for the past 12 months.
Go ahead.
How much money has she saved?
$60.
You're right.
Oh.
You
I'm amazed. I stopped listening.
I know. I zone out.
Yeah, I hear the first word.
You didn't do well on these tests.
No.
right?
Did you see how quickly I computed that?
I am wild.
Liberace, will you ever get married?
Not when I get so much Kluge. I might marry one of those big, fat, colored chambermaids. One of those old, fat spooks that cleans my room.
Are you saying Liberace was he into being anti-black people?
I wish my brother George was here.
That's outrageous. No, there was no rumor of Liberace ever being against black people or Jews.
This is
No,
your
but
You're mixing Paul Lynd.
You don't care.
All right, forget
All
it.
right, Howard. You
Well, they
have
weren't
in the
gay. They were
past-
eccentric.
All right.
Okay. You have in the past suffered from OCD, obsessive compulsive
I was a
disorder.
mental patient. That's correct.
I played a dog like that.
You played a dog
yeah,
like that?
Dr. Doolittle.
That's not
I was
funny.
the...
These are people who are mentally ill.
Yeah, obsessive-compulsive.
Well, they've
dog.
just done a 40-year investigation.
Throw the ball. That was me.
And what did they say, Robin?
40-year investigation on the natural course of the disorder on a group of individuals who, for the most part, received no formal treatment.
Okay.
A large majority of them exhibited substantial improvement, often within a decade of receiving a diagnosis.
I don't get that. This is more confusing than the math.
No, they just improved on their own without getting into
Of course.
In fact, they, did very well and went on with their lives. However, only 1 in 5 individuals achieved full recovery.
That would be me.
1 in 3 continued to grapple with symptoms that interfered with their daily activities, and about 1 in 4 retained milder signs of the disorder.
Yeah, because it's once you get on in life and you get a little more secure, then the thing leaves you.
I don't know.
Yep.
A total of 144 people, all diagnosed with OCD at a psychiatric hospital between 1947 and 1953, participated in the study. But they say that most people eventually relapse.
Problem, was Dracula an anti-Semite or a racist?
I don't know.
I hate those no good Jews.
Oh, dear.
I pull of them out. He's gonna wipe out the Jews.
What are you, crazy? You telling me Dracula's gonna wipe the Jews out?
They're bloodsuckers like me.
Bad news for the workers at the county jail in Nassau County. A federal judge ruled yesterday that Nassau County's blanket policy of strip searching everyone.
Is this like doing the news in a mental hospital? People laughing.
The blanket strip searching policy for everyone arrested in Nassau County has been struck down. You can't automatically strip search anyone anymore.
Oh. What fun are those jobs?
They have been performing such strip searches on every person sent to the jail, particularly those arrested on a misdemeanor or a minor charge like a traffic violation. So you run a red light in Nassau County, and the next thing you know, you're bent over and somebody's got a flashlight behind you.
Sounds good.
And those who cannot be reasonably suspected of carrying a concealed weapon or drug. So they were just strip searching everybody. On any given day, 10 to 20% of inmates are in jail for misdemeanors or lesser charges.
I have a weapon in my anus. I'm gonna have to find it.
I hope you're not a Jew.
Jews need not apply.
So no more automatic strip searches out there.
Dracula, have you ever sucked the blood of the Jews?
Those no good hook-nosed bloodsucker.
Franco, you're on the air.
Hey, I'd like to have Spielberg's son speak with Count Dracula.
You want Steven Spielberg and his son to talk to Count Dracula?
Yeah, I have another question for you.
Yes, son, I'd like to introduce you to somebody very famous. Who is it, Daddy? It's Dracula.
Who is this colored son of yours, Stephen?
You see, Dracula, I decided with my wife, Kate Capshaw, that we as liberals should take in all races of children.
Stop spitting on me, Stephen. You liberal stinking Jew.
Daddy, what kind of man is that? Aren't you going to be a man and fight, Dracula? Son, we don't fight. That's not the answer. You can reason with Dracula.
You miserable Jew liberals, adopting your black babies. Your little tar babies.
I'm not going to listen to this. You can't talk to my son like this.
Feed your little Negro baby to that shark in Jaws. Even he won't eat that Negro baby.
So you don't fight black people?
Stop adopting those colored people.
Listen.
The only spooks I want are in my castle.
Daddy, you're listen, my son, I'm very upset. Daddy, if he insults you, I'll run his foreign ass over with my Rolls Royce that you gave me on my 13th birthday. Son, I don't want you using violence. Your mother, Kate Capshaw, and I taught you not to attack Dracula with your fists, but to use your brain.
What is his name? Rochester?
That's right, Rochester Spielberg. And he's a Jew.
Don't bring your little Sambos around.
All right. Jerry Springer is considering a pay-per-view special?
No, what they're doing is they're running his
Too Hot for TV video on paper.
That's right.
So now they're saying that's a test to see if this is the way he should go. This way he can show the outtakes without having to bleep.
I don't think people are going to.
Or pixelate.
I want to see that mangled girl with the killer whale's ass.
I think Jerry Springer's got it wrong.
Yes. Springer doesn't have that.
You know, he had to take all the violence out of his show.
Yes, I'm sure it'll do really well.
Yeah, because he's very entertaining on his own.
I have a feeling that's going to be like New Coke. It's like they're purposely Well, New Coke was a mistake, but I think they're purposely doing this
to bring back old
bring
Coke.
Back.
Right.
Yeah.
I see.
See.
You know what? You've never made any sense.
Yeah, no, I know. In the middle of what I was saying, I said, this doesn't make any sense.
So anyway, for $6.99, you'll be able to tune in on Friday at 10 p.m. on Time Warner Home Theater. And it will be repeated the following day.
Son, you must stand up to Dracula. Yes, Daddy.
Michael Jackson's son, Prince.
I like having a Jew, Daddy.
Very ill.
Prince Jackson.
Yes, he's 2 years old, and he suffered his third seizure in a year, prompting an emotional plea for prayers.
I'm taking that off. You don't want to say that.
Who said the baby may be dying. I'm just ignoring Gilbert. You deal with it. He's saying slanderous things.
Yeah, I had to protect Gilbert. His lawyer just called me.
The Italian tenor shocked thousands of fans at the opening of a charity concert in Modena, Italy, by revealing that the loved one had canceled his appearance at the show because he wanted to stay at the bedside of his sick child.
Daddy, I'm confused. Now, you know I don't get to meet many black people here in Beverly Hills. That's right, son, but I want you to be in touch with your black roots. Well, how come is Michael Jackson baby white or black? Son, you've asked a very disturbing question. But have you heard the term mulatto? Well, I have, Daddy.
But his parents ain't white. So how come he white? And he gets white about a second.
Son, I know you're trying to be as black as you can be living amongst white people, but do you have to talk like that?
Well, holy mackerel there.
Oh, my goodness.
Daddy,
Prince is said to be in a New York hospital with his father, who often dons a surgical mask at his side.
See, he's all prepared. The doctor's probably like, hey, this is one place he doesn't look weird, in a hospital.
Suffered a serious seizure early on Saturday due to a high temperature. This is the third such seizure over the last year.
It'll be funny if Michael Jackson brings the kid into the hospital.
Yes.
And he's wearing a surgical mask, and they think he's a doctor.
Right.
And he starts operating on people.
You need a new nose. Is it perfect? Prince was rushed by ambulance to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, his dad riding alongside, while his mother rode in a private car behind the ambulance. A statement released afterwards said the baby was treated for a viral infection, fever, and dehydration.
Daddy, I'm so confused.
His doctors expect a speedy recovery from this illness at home under the care of his parents. That was a statement released at that time. Prince was born on February 13th. To Debbie, who had worked as a medical assistant at one of Michael Jackson's doctor's offices.
How about he drives the kid to the hospital? I think the mother drives in another car.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He was in the ambulance. She was in a car behind it. I love you, Prince.
Well, it sounds very serious, actually.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what's going on. But at one point, I heard a story that the baby was paralyzed from the seizure, but I don't know.
Daddy, I'm confused. What is it, son? You're the son of Steven Spielberg, and I can solve any problem. I love you so much. Well, I'm black, but I'm a Jew. So what am I supposed to say? Yo, 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 how the stock market? Son, you're confused. You live in two worlds. But I'm telling you, us Spielberg stick together. Your father's behind you 100%. I'm supportive. I'm in the moment.
I'm a black Jew. I feel like beating myself up.
Son, please. And keep your hands off Mother.
American Airlines passengers are describing a scene of terror this morning. One says he remembers lots of flames as a plane skidded off the end of a runway and caught fire last night in Little Rock, Arkansas. There were 139 passengers on board, and American has confirmed some fatalities. There are also dozens of injuries. Another passenger says the jet hit a huge pole and it split the plane in half. That's when there was a burst of flames that started at the front of the plane and spread to the back. He says the smoke was thick and people were screaming, "God, please save us."
You should love watermelon and gefilte fish.
They are now saying that...
Just give me your Jew money and shut up.
Son, you're a disgrace.
77
Just
people
hand
have
me
been
your
hurt.
kite money. And I don't want to hear nothing further from you, Daddy.
And some 17 people have not been accounted for.
That's a good story if you'd interrupt, Gilbert.
Yeah.
More racist humor during your...
Oh, dear.
What if Dracula was black, right? Keep going. Hello there.
Listen to the children of
Hello there.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, yo. I be with that. I am down with that.
Chillins of the night. Let me
me.
Let me take a break. The comedy musings of Gilbert Gottfried will be back with us after the commercials. Robin will struggle through the news. Gilbert will be...
wrestle.
Yeah, she will wrestle with Gilbert. Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club. For tickets, call 212-757-4100.
This is just what you wanted. The Howard Stern Show. Rock Radio. K-Rock Radio. K-Rock. You're listening to a man whose ratings are still not as big as his nose. Howard Stern.
Is it Thursday yet, Robin?
It's gotta be.
Gilbert Gottfried's here. Did you know that he's appearing at Caroline's Comedy Club? And you can call. Oh, yeah. Time must have passed. See, Gilbert left during the commercials, did his act at Caroline, and now he's back. For tickets, call 212-757-4100. Gilbert and I were talking during the commercials, but I don't remember about what. It was really boring. Robin, what's in the news?
Hillary Clinton will be in town again today. It's the 10th trip she's taken to New York this year, and they say that she's telling insiders that she is actually going to make a run for the Senate. However, she still has not made it official, and her spokespeople are saying, while she has not made an announcement, there's no guarantee that it's going to happen.
I wonder if Gilbert will support her.
Yes, he's going to be a major campaign fundraiser, I'm sure.
Do you vote in the election? I'm being serious. Do you vote?
No.
You don't?
No. Well, you know why? I really have strong feelings against the way this country's being run.
No, you're just afraid to go to the polls.
Yeah, exactly.
So apathetic.
I can't make out the little signs.
Yesterday, the president announced that he was going to start a probe.
I want a probe.
Hollywood.
Give me a probe.
Angering some of his show business friends, the president said, by their 18th birthday, American kids are fed a dependable daily dose of violence. 40,000 play murders and 200,000 graphic acts of violence. But that's not the point.
What about the sex acts that he performs? How'd that affect
what
our
about
kids?
what they have to listen to about him? That's true.
I did not probe that woman.
He has asked the Federal Trade Commission and the Justice Department to study the extent to which violent movies, video games, and music are marketed to kids. Number one.
I saw 45,000 acts of fellatio as a child. That's why I went wrong.
Number one, please.
Mostly with fat broads.
I'm asking the Department of Justice and the Federal Trade Commission to study the extent to which the video game, music, and movie markets do actually market violence.
Yeah, then maybe we could have censorship.
Oh, yes, they're actually grabbing kids off the street and throwing them into those theater seats.
The parents have nothing to do with it.
And sending them off to those video arcades.
I'll fix everything. Why do you think I was with that fat chick? 45,000 acts of fellatio as a child. Oh.
Doug Lowenstein is the head of a trade group, Interactive Digital Software Association.
No good Jew. Stinking Lowenstein.
Paul Lynd, please.
Money grabbing Jew.
He said controls on what kids do should come from the home. Number two.
All right. He's right.
It's parents' responsibility, not the responsibility of government, not the responsibility of politicians, and not the responsibility of the video game industry to try to determine what games kids play.
And Robert Thompson, who is a professor at the Center for the Study of Popular Television at Syracuse University, says trying to curtail all the violence on TV would not make for very good TV viewing.
If we, in fact, decided that to keep violence from happening, we had to make all television be safe for even the most violent type of person who had all kinds of other problems with them, we would...
That's how we lost Sal Mineo, violence. Paul Lynd, did you see Schindler's List?
Yes. I thought it was the feel-good film of the year. It was my favorite comedy. Hey, Daddy Stephen, I like when all of them Jews was being wiped out.
I like that Clinton wants to outlaw, like, video games like Prince of Persia, and Colt 45s are okay. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to buy a gun.
You can't watch somebody use it.
No.
But you can buy one. Anyway, I don't want to play that other guy, so don't worry about that. Take your hand off the trigger there.
All right, Robin.
Don't fire that weapon. Now, of course, this will just add to the theories that JFK was killed by more than one person and there was a whole conspiracy behind his death.
Yeah, sure.
Do you realize?
Yeah, sure. Like no one knows that. Yeah, sure. Like the government's been hiding this all this time. Yeah. You know, it's like, I could come on here and do jokes, but you know what I mean? Well, like, the Kennedy thing's more important. Yeah, sure.
That President Kennedy was brought back from Dallas to Washington, D.C. in a bronze coffin.
That's correct. There's proof right there.
But he was buried in a mahogany coffin.
Ah, so how'd that happen?
Now, what happened to the bronze coffin?
Yeah, Belzer.
Well, you see, the whole point is, they brought him in a bronze coffin, because this was like the whole idea of, like, the whole committee. The committee had to get together, and it was like total lie. Now, how come there was...
Well, why was it, Robin? He's going nowhere with this.
Why was there a 5-minute delay?
The bronze coffin was that they filled it with sand and tossed it out of an airplane off the coast of Maryland in 9,000 feet of water in 1966.
Everyone knows that.
And the reason they said they did that was because they didn't want it to become, some object of, just a sinister object, that people always wanted to do because it was, Kennedy's dead coffin. And
there's too many weird things around that.
Be auctioning it off,
But why did they have to switch coffins in the first place?
I guess
Are you telling me they switched coffins?
Coffin for the burial.
You're saying they switched Kennedy's coffin?
The family probably wanted a mahogany coffin. They just happened to...
Are you saying the CIA switched Kennedy's coffin?
But it seems weird that they would bury it. Now they're saying it was Robert Kennedy's idea. That he didn't want it sitting around for people to...
It was the mafia. And the CIA.
Oh, dear.
Abbott and Costello meet Kennedy's coffin.
Of course, the bombing of Yugoslavia continued.
Yeah. It's funny.
And every once in a while, we've made a few mistakes.
There was a second gunman.
On Tuesday, NATO warplanes mistakenly...
You're saying there was a gunman in the grassy knoll.
Tuesday,
he opened an umbrella.
They dropped bombs on the Albanian side. And we're not supposed to be dropping bombs.
How could his head go backwards?
Innocent people get killed.
He was shot in the back of the head.
But Jamie Shea...
What are you saying? There's a conspiracy? But there was more than one bullet.
But Jamie Shea...
So what? You saying there was a second gunman?
Hello, microphone.
Says that casualties of war should not be compared to the victims of slaughter, number 9.
What are you saying, Johnson?
Number 9, please.
Are innocent people going to die in a conflict like this one? The answer is undoubtedly yes. But Milosevic kills and terrorizes civilians, not by the depository, by the hundreds of thousands. And it's a matter of policy for him to do that.
Oh, dear. It hasn't taken long for the dark side to start getting a hold of episode 1 of The Phantom Menace. Copies of the Star Wars prequel have illegally begun popping up on the internet and elsewhere.
Yeah, my friend had one on Sunday.
Yeah?
Wanted to give it to me. I said, I don't want to see that again. I can't see it.
You didn't want to see it in a theater?
No.
We are working with the Department of Justice, the Motion Picture Association of America, and 20th Century Fox to aggressively address the issue. According to people at Lucasfilm, they're very upset that it's hit the internet. That was the thing they were trying to so closely guard against.
Those copies suck anyway. They're never any good.
They say that Menace appears to be on the forefront of the piracy online.
Can you imagine trying to download The Phantom Menace, the entire movie?
Take all day and your whole computer will...
I can't download a little 10-second clip.
Right.
Yeah. Right, Dracula?
Yes. I can download The Phantom Menace.
He has a very powerful computer. As soon as they discover an illegal copy of a film in cyberspace,
they killed them.
They ask the site
they ripped their eyes
shut down
from their heads.
You know, A Girl with a Pony takes 15 minutes to download. It's a 10-second clip. I have it. I can't imagine the entire fucking... I almost cursed.
I know.
Yeah. I mean, the entire... Sorry.
Oh, dear.
Forgot we were on the air.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like any radio show I ever heard.
The internet may be a very hard place to police. We're trying to do our best, according to authorities, but it's not an easy task. If somebody wants to do something, they are going to...
Had a big...
All right. Yes.
Cannot pursue that. Remember androstenedione?
Yes, that is a drug.
That is the over-the-counter steroid that Mark McGuire was taking last year when he made his unprecedented run at that home run record of Roger Maris.
And a what?
Androstenedione.
Anaconda.
Well, they've done a study of it now, and they're telling people to stay away from it. They said nobody gained any muscle mass when they were doing this study, but it did rob the body of good cholesterol. And it may also increase the amount of estrogen.
Gilbert's on it.
An enlargement of your breast tissue.
Yeah.
And increasing your risk of heart attack.
Are you on it?
Yo, Howard, I took this stuff, and the only thing I can tell you is that the increase shut up. The increase of Frank Choppers was extreme.
What's Frank Choppers?
You know.
Breasts?
No, the
erections.
Yeah.
Oh.
Frank Choppers?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you chop Frank with it.
Yeah. Howard, you got them all, I get them all the time.
Really? Yeah. Well, you need it.
But he can't use them.
Yeah.
No. So
because women are filthy.
Whores. Dirty whores. Dirty stinking whores. Got Frankie Chopper, but I'm not sharing it with you.
Jesus Christ.
Dirty whore.
I'm just trying to give a little information, and I'm getting ridiculed.
Ridiculed. Just like those whores. Nice. Just like those whores.
Gilbert gets laid more than KC. Now go figure that out.
It increases the level of estrogen in a man's body.
But why would they give you the...
I don't know.
And why am I having a period?
Could lead to kind of a pancreatic cancer, so they're just saying stay away from it.
I have a clitoris, damn it!
Anybody got any Midol?
Some doctors are saying...
Gotta go to the gym.
Look at these big hooters!
Carrying water. Gotta work out my lats.
There will be a peace mission to Belgrade today. Russian and European envoys meeting today in Germany have hammered up.
I gotta get on that stuff.
So there's talking peace over there.
I'm up to a teacup.
And of course, there will be closing arguments today in the federal trial of 4 New York City police officers charged in connection with the brutal beating of Haitian immigrant Abner Louima.
Oh, whatever.
The main defendant in the case, Officer Justin Volpe, of course, has already pleaded guilty to sodomizing Louima with a broken broom handle. What was going on, but did nothing to stop it. He was not required to name that officer, and the jury hasn't been told about his statement.
Officer kissing me.
2 other officers are charged with beating Louima. The officer's supervisor is charged with covering up the assault, and the case could
Cover
go
up
to
these big breasts!
tomorrow. The mother of the woman who was pushed in front of a New York subway train and killed has filed a $70 million lawsuit. Patricia Webdale is suing 7 medical institutions that treated the schizophrenic man who was accused of pushing her dog.
I'd like to kill a guy that put these breasts on his chest.
Kendra Ann Webdale was murdered less than 3 weeks after the man was released from one of the hospitals named in the lawsuit. The suit says officials at the institutions knew the man was not taking his...
I like to lie down in the train tracks.
And they should not have released him.
I've got a vagina, damn it.
Who's got a razor? I gotta shave my legs. My lid. My lid look good.
You know how you always talk about these people who jump off buildings and
Yes.
the damages they do?
I hate them because I don't mind if somebody kills himself. Don't jump on me when you do it.
Well, a Los Angeles security
I'll jump
guard...
on you. I have a vagina.
Los Angeles security guard has finally gone home from the hospital 6 months after he tried to save a suicidal woman.
Suicidal?
Yeah, suicidal. Conrad Buchanan broke his neck when he tried to break the woman's 6-story fall.
I used to have a cannon, now I have a vagina.
Oh, kabong.
The woman died anyway. Buchanan was paralyzed from the shoulders down and spent 6 months in the hospital.
Wow.
The 26-year-old man says he saw someone who needed help and that his first instinct was to try to help her.
Right.
He's a father of 2 and will move into a wheelchair-accessible apartment. He says now he'll just try to enjoy himself.
I'm enjoying myself right now.
And Governor Pataki says New York is considering getting into a giant multi-state lottery in the year 2000. The Mega Lotto would be held as a special New Year's lottery celebrating the 21st century.
I might buy a few of those
The
tickets.
jackpot would reportedly be in the 300 million range.
Buy 8 more houses.
Pataki has asked the State Division of Lottery to look into the feasibility of getting New York involved.
Oh, my wife and I can retire.
So I'm sure everybody will want to do that.
We have so much fun. Steady cam.
Let's see what's going on in show business. Sarah Brightman is the... Whoa.
Gilbert wants to date her.
Former wife of Sir Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
Has gone into the...
I have a better body than her. I dress like her. I need a dress for the prom.
Yes.
She has gone into recording, and she has a new album out called... what is her album called? Titled Eden. It's Eden. And here's a portion of Dust in the Wind, which she recorded for that album, number 15.
The Kansas song?
Yeah.
Gilbert has dust on his penis.
On my penis.
Close your mouth. She's not so bad. It's kind of sweet. It's kind of wimpy. If I was making love to a man and putting my KY on my genitals, I'd want to hear this. Liberace, come to me. Come here, I want to put some dust on the wind.
Now, of course, we're all getting to the stage in our lives when we're wondering how many milestones there are left.
Right, obviously.
And it's one of them our demise. There's a new Science of Aging, and a special on the new Science of Aging.
My favorite milestone was anal sex.
PBS. In this cut, the executive producer, John Rubin, says...
Look at Jackie. He thinks he's Gilbert now.
I know.
He's all geared up.
Concept of what is old age is changing. Number 16.
Yeah, he thinks he's Gilbert over there. Doing impressions back there.
Children of the backside 6.
As I spoke to researchers throughout the country, I discovered that they really do feel that coming up soon is the prospect of extending the human lifespan. And it's no longer science fiction to talk about living to 150, even longer. It's not a fantasy to...
Even Gilbert is finally paying attention. Because Gilbert, with his miserable life, wants to live to 200. He's like there for some clue.
Give him 10 more minutes.
He's saving his money to pay this guy to make him live longer.
Everybody does.
Even Gilbert. You think he'd be the last one who cares about living longer?
And death...
We can make everyone live longer except for Gilbert Gottfried.
And death is not a part of biology, according to Mr. Rubin.
Death is not necessarily part of the biological deal. There's no rule of biology that says that animals have to fall apart as they get older. So the rate that we age is something that evolution or natural selection has shaped, just the way it shaped our hands or our face.
Oh, that's a lie.
It's a conspiracy.
He's saying, how do you retard cell growth? I'd still be alive with the Jews.
Those Jews retarded my cell growth. It's a whole conspiracy. The Jews killed Kennedy, you know.
Oh, dear. Here's George Lucas. You know, a lot of talk is going on about how much money will Star Wars make.
Right.
And here's George Lucas to say that the film is not about being a contest to see how much money there is to be made.
This is not a contest.
This is a serious movie.
Yeah, it's a small art.
An adversarial society we live in where somebody has to be a winner and everybody has to be a loser, and it's like...
Gilbert.
I made it because I enjoyed making the movies.
Nigga, please.
Oh, dear. Jake Lloyd, of course, plays Anakin Skywalker in the film.
Right.
And he was asked what story or memory will he be telling people about making this film years from now.
I hate when little kids are in a big movie and they think they're going to have a big career. They don't realize that they're going to end up like, yeah, this is it. This is the biggest moment in their life.
I hate it when people smoke, right? And Rick McCallum had a thing of cigarettes, and they had this little
20 years from now, they'll still be happy to be playing a parrot in a cartoon.
thing that was practically ice in a can, right?
Right.
And what they would do is they spread the bars so I could hold on to them because it got so hot.
Oh, who cares? He's boring.
Gives a crap.
I can go home and listen to my own kid.
And Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Suddenly become familiar with. You probably want to know what was her first big break in show business.
All right, Catherine Zeta-Jones' first big break in show business.
Bougie.
My big break was when I was a chorus girl in 42nd Street. When I was
She's a class broad. I'd like to bang her.
16, and the lead actress was ill, and the first sentence that he wasn't in,
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
the knee, and I got on, and David Merrick was a big Broadway.
I don't know what she's talking about, Robin.
Her first big break. She was a chorus girl.
Was in, and I took over 2 weeks later and played it for 2 years.
Kiss my ass.
How about that? Like magic. And Tony Goldwyn, an actor, is in the, I guess he contributed to that.
He a Jew? Maybe he can adapt me.
That new Tarzan animated feature that's about to come out.
Any pirates in that?
Out on June 18th. I guess Phil Collins also does something for the movie. He made a contribution. What did Goldwyn think of Phil Collins' contribution?
His contribution is huge to this, because he's really the narrator.
Yeah, he plays a bald rock star.
And more than that, he's the emotional narrator, because it's music, and Phil's music is
Was he going to play Tarzan?
It's an animated feature, and Phil is the narrator.
Me, Tarzan. You. Green.
What did I get some of those cartoons? Look at me. Look how good I am.
Me, Tarzan. Me, like you.
You sound like Tonto.
Yeah. Tarzan and Tonto are the same.
Me, like you. Me, want woman.
I always like the natives. You know, those early Tarzan movies. You must have watched a lot of those.
Yeah.
The natives, and I read about this, were all like white guys. They put them in blackface.
Yeah.
And took some black janitors from the Hollywood lot. And they were these big, fat black guys running through the jungle. One of them, I saw a guy smoking a cigar.
Half of them were wearing watches.
Yeah, they wear watches. Watch the very first Tarzan.
There were no skinny people in the jungle.
It's wild.
Fat people in the jungle.
Yeah, well, these guys are on the back lot. You know, so where do these guys get obese?
And finally this morning...
Or when movies are made out of town, they'll have Chinese guys in blackface.
Yeah.
Like the real low-budget films.
Right.
Filipino guys in blackface.
If you read page 6 today, you'll see a little item about Stephanie Seymour. She was the judge at the Miss Universe pageant, and they said she was in an Azzedine Alaya dress, and it was so sheer that it was obvious to everyone around that she was wearing no underwear, top or bottom.
Oh, my God.
CBS blew a fuse because, you know, they have a censorship problem, but...
Tell me about it.
Donald Trump, they said, smiled and applauded.
He's the man.
And when they showed her on the telecast, they focused mostly on her face.
Oh,
so we didn't get to see that. So
she's some boobies.
I want to say boobies. I wish I didn't have these boobies on my chest, damn it.
Thank you, Robin. Most interesting newscast.
Oh, dear.
I want to thank my special friend, Gilbert Gottfried, who tomorrow, Gilbert's like, he's so touched. You called me a friend?
Yes, sir.
Gilbert Gottfried tomorrow night at Caroline's Comedy Club. Friend. You could probably do the whole Frankenstein movie, too. Is that one you watched?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You do the whole... See McCaroline's tomorrow night. For tickets, call 212-757-4100. My guess is there's plenty of tickets. Jackie Penthouse.
Pops better send me that without covering her ass.
Yeah. What?
The second time you've almost choked me today. You hit that just as I was swallowing.
I know. Jackie Penthouse joke page. Jackie Penthouse joke page Martling is 3 filthy joke CDs.
Don't talk about my blood.
Are only $12 plus $4 U.S.
Where
shipping.
do you get that filthy information?
Also on cassette, buy 2, get 1 free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Do you have any of Jackie's albums?
Oh, all of them.
Do you? He sent them to you?
Yes.
Did you ever listen to them? Be honest.
No, he uses them for coasters.
Have you ever listened to them?
A man's talking to a hooker.
You haven't heard them.
No, let's play one on the air.
All right.
Yeah.
Saturday, June 19th, one big show at the Celebrity Theater in Phoenix, Arizona. For information and for filthy information and 3D Joke Man, visit...
That was my idea to call it filthy information.
Visit jokeland.com. I think you'll enjoy it. Let me play a little of his act.
My innovation to show business was filthy information.
They were just going to call it information.
How do you make 5 pounds of fat look pretty? Put a nipple on the end.
That's funny.
I'm laughing. It's the first time.
Colt 40 Feinberg will be appearing at the Funny Bone in Pittsburgh tonight through Sunday. Go see him. He's very funny, too. I don't know who's funnier.
Let's have a contest.
And you can see Stuttering John's band at Harbor Lights in Philly this Friday night.
They're really fun.
Yeah, that'll be at... he'll be at Cobblestones in York, Pennsylvania this Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
I think I have to go to bed. The Jerky Boys, thank you for coming in, Kamal and Johnny. The new CD, Stop Staring at Me, available in stores now at jerkyboys.com also. They have a whole website set up just for you.
TheJerkyBoys.com.
Thank you, Gilbert.
Oh, thank you.